chest.
StarCraft growing from the void, young and old gamers deployed. FSL battles in the night, Team League warriors take flight. Terran zealot ready to strike, Surdling swarm under moonlight. Protoss eyes bright as gold, legend stories brave and bold. Charge the fields ready to fight, masters of the star shining bright. In the game we find our light, high hearts burning through the night. Terran zealot ready to strike, masters of the star shining bright. In the game we find our light, high hearts burning through the night. Structures rise, defenses fall. Victory sweet, we answer the call. Tactics sharp and plans precise. We face our fate, roll the dice. Intense drumming, the heartbeat sink. Pop punk screaming on the brink. Tension builds with each move. Proving battles we improve. Charge the fields ready to fight. Masters of the star shining bright. In the game we find our light. High hearts burning through the night. Terran zealot ready to strike, masters of the star shining bright. In the game we find our light, high hearts burning through the night. High hearts burning through the night. Intense drumming, a heartbeat sink. Pop punk screaming on the brink. Tension builds with each move. Proving battles we improve. Charge the fields ready to fight. Masters of the star shining bright. In the game we find our light. High hearts burning through the night. Terran zealot ready to strike. Masters of the star shining bright. In the game we find our light. High hearts burning through the night. High hearts burning through the night. High hearts through the night.
And here we are. I'm Hyper Turtle, and my co-host in the lower left corner is Warbuddies. How you doing, man? We've taken a
Uh,
couple weeks off. We are back.
Good to be back.
Yep. Yeah, scheduling stuff, Thanksgiving, shopping, all that stuff. But here we
Yeah.
are, and we are going to be doing the final matchup of our main season. It is going to be Pulled the Boys versus Rage's Raiders.
Nice.
And we are going to be sticking with the old map pool for now, but the balance changes are present. The last few things they changed, they gave a little bit more range on Nexus abilities and the distance that batteries warp in with full energy. The Mothership and Ultralisk are back to their original sizes. They ditched all the Thor changes. Ghosts now cost 3 supply. And then there's the other stuff that they'd already proposed. So it should be interesting to see how our players adjust, especially the new abilities, the energy reach, the energy overcharge, and I believe they settled for Lunge as the name of the new Hydralisk ability. What do you think?
I'm not a particularly big fan as a Protoss player of the new changes, but we'll see how it rolls. They really nerfed Protoss and us low-end people.
Well, but that's the only way you can win tournaments, right? They gotta keep nerfing you until you win.
I think that might be their case. It will be nice not to have PvP be nothing but disruptor battles as much, and the Tempest change might be interesting. But the
And
battery
one of the nice
overcharge.
things, they made a big mess of the Cyclone at first, but about a week later they were able to fix that, along with some other issues with the Mothership and other
Yeah,
things. So
I don't know.
they're at least being prompt.
I haven't played much since they fixed the Cyclone, so I
Mhm.
might have soured a little bit because the Cyclone bug, as they were calling it, was hard to play
Pretty
against.
hardcore, yes. I
Yeah.
know there was a mod being used in Home Story Cup. And yeah,
Yeah,
they're
otherwise it
keeping
would have
things
been nothing
going.
but Cyclones.
Yeah, we might not have seen Clem playing as Protoss if that were the case, huh?
Yeah, it would have been Cyclone versus Cyclone. That 100%
And
extra damage is that's a
that
pretty good
sounds like a
amount of
lot.
that's a pretty good amount of damage. Yeah, like
And
two
they're
two
keeping things going
Cyclones.
to classic stuff. Some of the news is they've actually been posting positions for actual like permanent positions to support Heroes of the Storm, StarCraft Remastered, and StarCraft 2. That's just support stuff, not development. But at the same time, Heroes of the Storm does have another PTR patch going. So does Warcraft 3. And interestingly enough, they even added some balance changes to Warcraft 2.
I was gonna say Warcraft
After
2 got a balance change, but I
after
didn't.
28 years, they have finally nerfed Bloodlust.
I thought they buffed it.
No, no, that would be bad. That would be very bad. Anyway,
I thought they add. So I must have misread it. I thought they added so the damage was added after armor.
I think that's the damage to them. I don't know. I'd have to double check.
Well, I thought it was
The
a buff.
I know they made it so it doesn't last as long and that it costs more.
Oh, I don't think anyone plays competitive Warcraft 2. It's a
Oh, Tasteless found a few people and he did feature them, but
it's a
yeah, I'm very
Tasteless has
curious.
been playing Warcraft 1, which almost makes me want to
Poor
play it
guy.
again.
I've been doing that through DOSBox. I've been doing the GOG version, so
Oh,
yeah, keep up with my exploits. But in the meantime, shall we bring our first two players on? We are
oh
starting out with
yeah,
Code A.
sure.
All right. All right, welcome, Regret, and Deepu.
Yo,
Hello,
Hey.
hello.
how's it going? Deep and I
Well,
were chatting about veggie straws while we were waiting to come in.
Yes.
veggie straws. Tell me all about them. I know
So,
so little about veggie
so
straws.
did you
Big
know that?
top-
Wait, Deep, go ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
Oh no, I was just saying it's a big topic and that I hate when the veggie straws are small and crunchy. No,
Yeah.
small and hard.
We also talking about how veggie straws are not actually made of veggies,
They're
and so
potatoes.
there was a lawsuit against them because there was like, they're not supposed to have artificial flavoring, but they do.
Do they have?
Potatoes are vegetables.
No, they're not. They're roots.
Roots are, but aren't all vegetables roots? Carrots are roots, aren't they?
Yeah.
Well, either way, they lost the lawsuit, so somebody knows better
Okay.
than I do at the moment.
I'm not a botanist. I
Yeah,
can't.
I mean,
Okay.
they can have artificial stuff along with the real stuff. Can we get Deepu and Regret on camera, by the way?
Oh,
I believe I
yes.
am on
I
camera.
forgot about that.
I don't
I
see
think-
regret yet. I'm trying to add Deepu.
Give me a second.
All right.
Forgot
Okay,
about that
so
one.
how do you think veggie straws compare to the recent balance changes in StarCraft 2?
Well, all I know is I'm about to crunch regret like a veggie straw in my mouth.
Okay, that seems a
So-
little bit violent, but you know.
Now I want
It is what it
veggie
is.
straws. Or potato chips,
Yeah.
one or the other.
Well, you got people saying no artificial ingredients. You have people saying they're trying to give Protoss more options in the mid game and trying to de-incentivize camping. So, it's a complicated business.
You know, if Protoss can't survive without shield battery overcharge, then they shouldn't have had it in the first place.
I know.
They
Give us
didn't have
back
it in the
Nexus
first place.
overcharge.
Yeah,
Get-
bring back the mothership core, man. Bring back
No,
the mothership core.
Can Deepu reconnect? We're having an issue with his video.
Oh, to the video?
Yeah, reconnect again for me, please.
Yes. Got you.
I'm gonna grab some water really
And also,
quick.
I'm inviting
Excuse me,
everyone.
gentlemen.
Yeah, Bunnies and Freedom, if you could join the lobby as well.
I'm looking up the ingredients of veggie straws.
Okay, is this working now?
Uh-oh, now you've gotten them started.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
They have
sounds good.
spinach powder and beetroot powder. What more vegetables do you need? Potatoes, spinach, tomatoes, and beets. Come on.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know.
I mean, they're colored Pringles, but they taste good.
They do taste pretty good.
There's a lot of stuff where you can at least argue that it's healthy compared to some of the other stuff on the market.
It's healthy if
Alrighty.
you compare it to H2O for you.
Yeah, almost everything's healthy if you compare it to rat poison. Almost everything that's
That's one of my son's favorite internet jokes. H2O for you is yellow cake uranium. So actually, no, yellow cake uranium is probably considerably worse than rat poison. We should eat rat poison.
I think I'm allergic to
Yum.
rat poison.
Okay, now, just for liability's sake, please do not follow the advice of war bunnies until you've done your own research, okay?
Bunnies are immune to many types of rat poison.
That's good to hear.
I found that out when my bunnies ate them.
We can't see regret much at all. I don't know if
Oh, sorry, I can turn on some
Oh,
lights.
he's-
That's my bad. I'm like
He's in the dark a
nocturnal.
little. I can kind of make out some Diablo 3
Well,
posters in the
I
background.
was screaming with Dark Mana, so I think something like rubbed off on me.
You gotta light some candles around those Diablo posters. That'll really add to the effect there. I know that Diablo 2 is having some sort of thing where it's like a different alteration to the mechanics every single day until Christmas. So they're keeping
Really?
that going. Yep. They're doing some, I wouldn't say love to the classic games, but it feels like it because it's so much more than they used to give them. So I'm all for it. So you guys are going to be matched up on Site Delta. Do we have any surprises in store? Have either of you been coming up with some very patch-specific strategies?
Haven't really had a chance to hop on, but ready to try some stuff out. Right?
I've been playing a lot of co-op, and by the way, none of these changes affected co-op. Like, I've still got to set the rally point for new expansions in that mode. So
I
there you
played
go.
some 1v1s today, and I gotta say, it really makes you appreciate the quality of the world map.
Okay, there you have it, folks. World map quality, people. All right, we are
Good luck,
going to
good luck.
bring you in
Yeah.
and have fun, just in case.
Oh, you know me.
Woo.
I know all of you.
You don't know me, but I know you. So, who would speaking of this game, who do you think is favored?
You are watching.
Kind of hard to say. It's been a while since I've seen it, but I
I
think
think
Deepu is a little bit crafty here.
I think mechanically regret is if it gets to a standard game, I think regret's simply better. But
Right.
Deepu's he
Deepu
doesn't always
has
play
a
to
way
win.
of forcing other people to play his game.
Hmm.
All right. Let's get this up. In the lower right, we have the blue Zerg, and he is
Regret.
And he is here to represent the team of
Rages. Raiders.
at Extractor Trick straight off there. In the upper left, we have the red Terran. He is.
Deepu.
And tonight he is fighting for
Pulled the boys.
Yeah, I'm still kind of adjusting to watching Deepu as Terran. And honestly, I haven't seen him do anything especially crazy as Terran. Not the level he did sometimes as Protoss or Zerg.
Yeah,
Nice.
he played me. He played me with a crazy Proxy Rex.
Okay.
He
Yeah,
Proxy
there's
Rex maraudered me, but I kind of smelled it coming. But
You had Void Rays, as I recall. Right?
well, it was the Void Razor, the secondary. I had 2 Gate Stalker pumping with a battery, knowing that
Alright.
it was something crazy like that was coming. But
Yep.
back to the moral of the story. One of the things I was talking to with Bully last night is some strategies aren't meant to win; they're meant to annoy your opponent. If you win or lose, secondary to making your opponent unhappy. And Deepu
Yeah.
likes to play some of those strats. So
Yeah. It is interesting. He can really throw people off, but sometimes after making them very unhappy, they realize, wait a moment, I can just send a bunch of roaches straight into his base now.
yeah, I think this particular strategy was Swarm Host Infester, which almost works, but then at one point you're like, well, I can just go kill him, and then you just go kill him, and
Yeah.
he's like, well, that didn't work. It was very annoying to play against, though.
All
Yeah.
right, Reaper heading across the map. But yes, Deepu can aggravate.
Yeah, but
Regret.
this seems like a standard one, like 1-1-1 if I had to
So
guess.
far, anyway, yeah.
Which is
Well.
very the cheesiest thing a cheeser can do is play standard.
Sometimes. Now, keep in mind, Zerg has had the biggest changes for the very, very early game, which is taking
There's-
25 minerals away from the cost of hatcheries, but adding 25 minerals to the cost of queens. So that's where it can kind of throw off your build order just the tiniest bit.
At our level, I mean, Gree was mentioning that it didn't. It's not life changing, but it is.
No.
It does change your notes a little bit, but Zerg plays basically the same.
Well, the idea is you end up with that extra 25 minerals already in the bank before you send the queen out. It more affects when you want to have more than a couple queens out to begin with.
Yeah, the nothing but queen or the German taxi. Yeah.
Yes, indeed. That's right,
Early-
the German taxi fare has gone up.
Early
And we're
Roachborn.
going- Yep. 4 of them already in production right now. So they'll be
Hellion
able to
and
stand up pretty well
Starport.
against Hellions.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I'm
Interesting.
assuming Banshee just based on what I'm used to from Deepu, but yeah, we do have a tech lab. Oh no, the tech lab's somewhere else. Still, you might switch them over. He's switching a lot of things. Wow.
Flying buildings.
Yes, indeed.
Tech lab for tanks, I suspect.
Alright. So this isn't anything flimsy as far as the
But I
Move
think
out
that
goes.
Regret's just gonna kill him.
might be those Hellions can probably sneak
The
past.
tank's too
but
late. No,
not
this
be-
this game's over.
Oh boy. Well,
This is an all-in of all-ins, and yeah, there's 3 Marines and a Marauder right now. If he just F2s, yeah, and they're not even in the
They're
bunker.
not even gonna get the bunker yet.
Nah, that's not really.
Ooh,
Anticlimactic.
and nothing to heal. And here
He
we
could have
go.
walked.
Those,
He could have walked up but he just opted to kill the depot first.
Back home, those Hellions are going to annoy a little.
I mean, yeah,
That's,
they can kill all they want back here, but yeah,
no finding out either GG just like that right at the 5-minute mark.
yeah, anticlimactic, but very
Wasn't
polished.
Yes, that was practice. Next
Yeah.
up is the Crimson Bolt.
Yeah, that's one thing I struggle with. I think a lot of us lower levels that particular all in is so
Yeah.
hard to hold. If you don't see it coming and dedicate really hard to the defense, if you just misread it a little bit, that's that. Think Deepu goes a little cheesier for this one?
I don't know. I mean, he might still try for whatever he was trying for there. But I mean, basically, it was fairly standard there. I think he wanted to get some Hellions and then follow up with some air harass.
Yeah.
And just to kill some time here, the patch notes for Warcraft 2 Bloodlust: double damage is now applied after armor reduction instead of before. So, I think that's a nerf.
Double damage is applied after armor reduction.
Yeah, so that's the math equation there.
Right. So is that a
double.
nerf? So let's say you did 10 damage and they took away 2. So you do, instead of 20 take away 2, that would be 18.
You are watching FSL.
8, 16. So no, it is a nerf.
All right. In the lower left, we have the Green Zerg up 1 point. He is.
Regret.
And he is here to represent the team of
Regis Raiders.
his opponent, the Wretch Terran. He is.
Deepu.
His
And
hands off
he
the
is
keyboard.
representing
Pulled the boys.
and once again regret using the extractor trick.
Yes, indeed. So,
Vale's having a long time.
what's this guy doing? There's a drone going across the map.
Yeah, indeed there is. Passing right by the Overlord, so either he's got some sort of proxy in mind, or he just figures Deepu's probably going to do something really nuts.
Yeah. Like, that's not much faster than... That's a lot of money to see that he has... I mean, all you really see is that the barracks is at home.
Yeah.
I guess he saw the gnat.
Yeah, there is that too. I think that's gonna leave him feeling at least a little bit comfortable.
Yeah.
But yeah, checking for, not so much checking for what's there, checking for what's not there. But he saw both the barracks and a command center. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's feeling like he probably can move ahead with the standard builder, you know?
Yeah, that was literally just an anti-cheese.
Yep. Meanwhile, extra supply depot going down nice and early as well. And the Reaper is out. Just kind of looking up at the balloon there.
Yeah. Quick third.
One of these days I would love to see an Overlord in the Thanksgiving Day Parade. You know, no one would bat an eye even if they didn't know what it was.
So the Reaper is going to go take a look here.
Yep.
It's gonna see there's a queen,
Being ready to drive it off.
and then you'll see there's another
Did
queen.
not hit anything specific. Oh. And away he goes.
I don't think he saw the third, which is a pretty big
I
tell
don't
because
think
it's a really
so, but-
it was a pretty early third.
Yeah, I guess it is pretty far along right now. Okay, that grenade managed to bounce some things around there.
Yeah, I think he'll get away.
I think so, yeah. Those dastardly Reapers, in and out like the wind. Kim and I were watching Big Trouble Little China again.
Oh.
You know, what, you thought they'd let us go in and out like the wind? Yeah, I thought that was the whole plan. Up, and down goes the Reaper.
Yeah.
All right. Well, kept an eye on things. We do have a Spore Crawler in production right now.
Yeah. 2 of them.
Yeah, so right now they're both building up.
I
And
really
at the
like
moment-
this position for Regret.
Yeah, he's kind of got a good offensive position and has a nice creep path all the way to there. And he
Yeah.
is going ahead and sending an Overlord in.
3
He does
gases
have the supply
already.
Yeah. Happy Thanksgiving! Stim path, about 3/4 of the way done. And we got a Bandit now Stark on the other side of the map. I think this time it might be Deepu who makes the first offensive move, but no, maybe he's just repositioning. Making sure he's got the welcoming committee and infestation pet.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's a lot of gas to not be doing something
Yeah.
BS with it.
Right
And
now
I
we
have,
are at
I'm just gonna
41
say
working 35. Yeah.
if Terran doesn't move out pretty quick here, I think he's gonna be too far behind to.
Well, he's got a couple of tanks. I know he had some success using this kind of composition against me during one of the league games.
Yeah. Oh, a full stim. He stimmed everything just to kill this Overlord, and he doesn't have any medevacs out.
Regret not quite supply blocked. And he's got 3 more Overlords in production. Okay, now he's supply blocked. But not for too long.
A bit of an odd place for the depots. Extra barracks.
Yeah. I
He's
think when
gotta
they hit
build
each other, they
2
want to hit
yeah,
each other
there he
hard.
goes. 2 medevacs going. His army's gonna get really big, but I mean, if he just pulled into right behind this third and started shelling away, I think he could. Yeah, I think he has to go even before
Yeah, the
the
third
medevacs.
could be pretty vulnerable. Got a Zerglin scouting ahead, so
They-
he sees it coming now.
Yeah, but I don't think he has
20
the army to
Zerglins in
stop.
production. Does move on to the creep a little bit, then moves back. All right.
I think the
And it's
Bane
on the way.
speed
Bane
just
does
went.
survive.
There's a nice split off of the banelings and the tank isn't in position. The tank needs to be in position to hit things. Right now he's
like you,
just
Tycon.
sitting there.
All right, here come the Banelins, and they do have speed now. They are rolling. Zerglins are on top of the siege tanks. This is a pretty powerful hold right now. Deepu is kind of juggling the Marauders in and out of the medevacs, but they're going to have to leave pretty soon. Oh, maybe not. Not quite yet. And we have 1 Swarm Host production. I wonder if that was intentional or not.
I think it was. I think the plan was swarm hosts.
Yeah, I
think
thought
that
that was the whole
Deepu-
plan.
I think Deepu needed to have that tank in position to hit the workers.
Yeah,
Why did he pick up to
that's one
drive
of the
home?
things.
Is this a doom
I don't
drop
know,
or is
but he's
this a
going to have to
retreat?
defend him. I've got to. He might want to do a little bit more with them, but he's playing for the long game. He is setting up his third right now. And we have
mean,
a Locust.
There's a
Or
good
a
spot
Viper, I
to
mean,
doom.
almost
There is a
done.
good spot to doom drop the main, and he's capable of doing it. But leaving your units in the medevac,
Yeah, there's some vulnerability there. But he's
Yeah.
packing up some more too.
Yeah.
Still only one swarm host out.
Yeah, this I like this move. If he can get on right to the right side of the main, there's that big empty space where the Reapers can jump.
That swarm host is just kind of marching out to the third. Don't mind me, folks. Don't mind me. All right, well, here we go. We want to do a lot of damage here.
So
Burrow is being researched, by the way.
he'll need to get a lot of damage done with this. I think he can.
Lings and Bands on their way back. He is on creep. Packs them up. Needs to move them up. One of them gets yoinked back, but survives anyway.
It's a weird
We have
composition. You
enough
got to unload that other medevac.
Yep. Yes, indeed. But, once again, pretty efficient cleanup overall. Now, their
I
supplies
don't know.
aren't
He
really
lost.
that different, but
He lost 8 workers there. He did a lot of like scatter damage. If he would have run into the mineral line and killed more, I think he'd
yeah,
be way
I think
better
that
off.
would have been. Or if he just sniped one of the tech structures, one or the other.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Deepu is not done yet. Now,
Oh, he's got to
Bundles
stim
are
and
go-
fight this. There isn't enough.
Yep.
There isn't enough actual Zerg here.
Oh, but he's got to unload that other medevac.
Oh, no,
Get
he's
on
gonna
top
lose it
of
all.
it. And now we're starting to see.
Yeah, now
now
he's
we're
the
starting to
dip
see your
in
Brett go
supply.
ahead and supply. Yes, indeed.
No,
He
luckily
needs to
he can
lift up
still
the
take that
tempo.
away. He
Oh,
could fly it
lift
away.
up.
He could fly it away, or he can lose
Oh, I
it
don't
for
think he
nothing.
can anymore.
Ooh. This is
This is starting to look more grim, yes.
yeah.
Regrets. Queuing up some more Banelins.
Oh, he's gonna lose everything flying over the Hydras.
Oh, no, no, no. Not quite everything,
Oh!
but one medevac, and that, yeah, that, got another that's almost dead. And if that Infestor manages, nope. Now, he's taken pretty good advantage of the terrain, at least to keep him safe,
But he's still going for it with the one hit
yeah,
point.
this is not, that's not the direction to go.
This is
Good.
not the play, my friend. Oh, there he lost
Oh.
it off.
Yeah, he did lose that one. And the reinforcement's not that far away, so he's getting
Identify later.
diminishing returns here. Owie.
I mean, that medevac's gonna beat the Queen.
Another swarm host in production, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, but
Gotta make sure we have one swarm host and play at all times. Those rules were agreed upon at some point, I think.
I feel like these two medevacs are gonna fly over the Hydras again. Oh, he did notice that he was being attacked and went for the. He's gonna get a bunch of workers.
Down. Alright, the cracklings are almost upgraded. But right now, yeah, he's just running out of money. He still doesn't have a third established after losing it.
Yeah, I don't think he realizes that he could have mined out these golds and just.
Ooh.
He's got a one hit point medevac just floating. No, he did.
Look at that! Look at those bundles. That's
Yeah.
a lot of slime. We have the GG.
Yeah.
Brett takes the 2-0.
There we go. I mean, good job. Regret played very well there.
Let's bring him back here. All right, welcome back. Regret has taken 2 points for his team.
Regret looked very polished, and he was the cheeser a little bit in that first game. We expected Deepu to do something crazy, and he went with the old roach timing.
Here, can you hear us?
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay, good. Just wanted to make sure.
It doesn't want to hear us. The first game was kind of straightforward. The second game, Deepu, if you would have moved your tanks into position to fire earlier on that first attack, he didn't have anything hatched out, but that 5, 6, maybe 10 seconds they just sat there and did nothing gave Regret enough time to send his army in 2 different positions and set up what was a beautiful surround. And that after that, he kind of took control of the game, and it was kind of playing catch up the rest of the way.
Yeah.
Well, I think
yeah,
one of
I
the
think
big
I was
things was when he went on the offensive, you just didn't kill it. You just didn't kill much in the way of workers.
No,
think
I
that's
didn't get
what we're
much
trying
done.
for.
No, yeah. I think I was just outplayed quite a bit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Regret's a very good player, so it's no shame. And Regret, it was nice watching you set up those surrounds in the second game. The first, what made you go for that 2-base all in on the first game?
Oh, Dark Menace told me I should do it.
Oh. Dark Menace is like, I guarantee you this will kill him.
Never ignore
No,
Dark Menace.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. He didn't tell me to do anything.
Yeah.
I decided.
I was
I
gonna
decided to
message
do
what's
it.
up.
No,
Oh sure,
that was
arguing free
that was
will
my
now.
own idea. That was my own idea.
It was well executed, and it was one of those things as a caster you're like, well, this game's over. It hasn't hit yet, but yeah, it's 3 units versus a whole Zerg army, so
Yeah.
that
I've got the classic question about the second game. How many of those swarm hosts were intentional?
Oh no, none of them. No.
Okay, just curious.
I wanted to
there.
make infestation pit units, just not the right ones.
You
Yeah,
did
I
make
saw
very
the-
good use.
I saw what's it called? A couple of the locusts in your base, like defending something, and I was like, hang on, what's going on? And then I was getting ready for it the whole time, and then I saw the one swarm host run up to my
Yeah,
command
no,
center, and I was
the
like, this is
play
not what
is
I had in
right.
mind.
So you have to if you accidentally make swarm host, right? You send the eggs out, and then the swarm host goes scouts. That's how I know you have a third.
Oh, okay.
I just loved that. That was the classic play of move the swarm host over to the third during cooldown and have it just go, hi.
Yeah. It's like a donation.
Yeah.
it's like when
Well-
you've got too many probes, you send them across the map. Even
Yeah,
though
yeah.
it'd be more efficient to kill them yourself, you'd be like, nah, I'm gonna see if I can get a hatchery with these probes right now.
Yeah. Except the probes, I don't think your opponent wonders, are there going to be more of them?
That's true.
I was thinking about it, but I was
Mind
like, nah.
games.
Yeah, I was
Alright,
thinking,
I
I was
love
like,
it.
something's coming, but that was not what I had in mind. A little bit less.
Not
Yeah.
efficient those swarm hosts. They always say
GG's
that.
though.
That's applied.
Good games.
GG's.
All right, beautiful. We're going to be moving on to our Code S match. All right, let's Dark Menace and Nuke. Welcome.
Hello, hello.
Yeah.
His camera
So
fell
we've
off.
been. Oh
Oh.
no! Don't
Yeah,
poor camera.
there we go. My nose is currently bleeding, so there's a little bit of a handicap for me.
Oh wow. Yeah, my nose is stuffed like crazy. So it's almost like the handkerchief burrowed. I like it. You know.
Oh.
So,
Sorry, real quick, Nuke. I have a question for Nuke because I met someone from UVA that played StarCraft, and I asked him, like, how big is your group? He's like, oh, not that big. And I was like, oh, I played somebody, and I was like, who? And he said Nuke. I said Nuke, and he was like, oh, I know him, of course.
Yeah, was his
He's
Spiral
a Masters
Biscuit?
player.
Yeah.
Probably him. I don't really remember.
Yeah,
If
he's-
there's
he's-
only a
he's-
few of
he's-
you, then.
Yeah. There's only a few. He used to be GM, so he's the good one. The rest of us are just
Nice.
like low
Yeah,
diamonds.
I played him, and by the way, my Masters class is at UVA, so just kind of cool to see.
Oh, cool.
Nice. Your buddies, go ahead and join the lobby.
Oh, sorry, I'm watching the fun. Yeah. So Nuke, do you have anything hidden or special? I've been working because you're gonna have to play Dark Menace, who's probably the best person in the FSL. Or
Yeah, I just went and saw that he was undefeated, so I'm in
he's,
for a bit of a rough time, I think.
yeah, he's hopefully hopefully for your sake he's been playing a lot of League of Legends or some other game that has caught his attention. What was the shooting
Dark
one?
Menace, how much of the time over the last 2 weeks have you spent Black Friday shopping?
Oh, 0 actually.
Oh,
But
Man,
spent like 0 time on games.
Oh,
Yeah.
so I mean that makes sense. So Nuke, you hit him with your new GM status, and away you go.
Yeah, for sure.
all right.
Hey, Patrol, you got
So
any
we're
extra
gonna be.
questions? We ready
I
to
don't know.
go?
We're gonna be starting on Alcyone. We're still going with the old map pool. That's where some of the ladder practice might not figure in as much, but there we go.
Yeah, just for this, we'll let Nuke use the bugged cyclones.
Ah, yes. I'm sure that'll make all the difference.
So,
Well,
are we ready to go?
unless yeah, I think so. Unless anyone's got some final words before the action begins.
Good luck, have fun.
All right. Okay, I think everyone's set up. All right, Dark Menace. Over from one season to the next, he's definitely becoming a force of fear.
He's so fast for our level.
You are
I mean,
watching.
Or for his level.
yeah, he's fast.
He's given
so-
the other Codemasters a run for their money. All right,
Oh.
here we go. In the upper right, we have the light blue Terran. He is.
Nuke.
And he is playing for the team of
Rages. Raiders.
his opponent, the pink Zerg. He is.
Dark Menace.
And he represents the team of
Hold the voice.
Alright, away we go. This is Codas. This is our higher level players here.
Yeah. So I think the if Dark Menace hasn't played on the new patch, he's getting to the point and skill where the rhythm might be broken a little bit by the difference in Queen and Hatchery.
Yeah, I'm telling you, I want to see those Hydralists do their lunge ability. You know, but if he hasn't been practicing on this, he might not even notice that's there.
Yeah.
For those who weren't keeping track, one of the biggest parts of that, first of all, they made a lot of change with how you cast it, whether it's a targeted ability or whether it's something like Stim Pack. So you actually kind of tell them where to go with the ability. But the other thing was they started out as dash, which doesn't make any sense because they don't have legs. So some of us tryhards, the lore community, were making as much noise as we could to try to, you know, get it to something fun like Uncoil or Slither or, you know, Lunge was definitely a top one. So I'm glad they went with that. And they went with something really goofy as far as the upgrade name goes, which is appropriate because the upgrade names were always pretty odd. I don't even remember what it was. What is it called? Nano Muscular Swell.
Oh,
Now
I thought it was
that sounds like.
wasn't it? I thought it was at one point nanomuscular augment.
Might have been. I don't know. A lot of this stuff has been changing.
But swell sounds better, so
It sounds a lot more upsetting, which it should. You know. And here we go with the Reaper Rest here. The Zerglings were a little bit lower. You get himself off the creep, get himself out of there to heal. I like it.
yeah. Did he get anything? I didn't think so.
I don't think he got anything, but still a moral victory. He did.
Moral
He did
victory.
bounce a bunch of stuff up, which always is fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know if I've got a cold or what.
Fast
but I'm nice
3cc.
and congested. Ooh, going nice and macro oriented. And I know that a lot of Dark Menace's opponents have struggled keeping up with him.
I'm gonna say that
You know, the guy can just grow. The guy
Yeah.
can just swell. He can swell. Let's
he
go
can
with that terminology.
nanomuscularly swell.
Absolutely.
I wonder if Dark Menace takes advantage of the cheaper hatch and goes a quicker fourth. I noticed some of the players
Yeah.
doing that just a little bit.
I think it makes sense. You got the
Well,
minerals.
because queens are more expensive, and the minerals almost balance out just taking the fourth, especially
Right.
if you've got your opponent pinned back. And he's got pretty good vision.
Now, this is one of those maps where there's a lot of paths you can open up by destroying rocks, including opening up paths through those gold expansions. We've also got little gold minerals blocking certain paths as well. So,
So I
along
don't
with the
know.
creep spread, it's going to be interesting to see what Dark Menace does just to open little shortcuts.
So Dark Menace did see that this is 3cc opening,
You know?
which oh, the rocks are getting it. So
Yeah, right now, he did see that there was another command center that was built.
right, he saw it was 3cc. So
Yeah.
it's a 1-1-1 with 3cc. Dark Menace's money's piling up. Oh, and build something.
When you need help, just dial 111 3CC.
Yeah,
And here come the speedlings.
I think they're just trying to stop the.
And they did. The command center turned around right away, but he can at least use it to take advantage of the mule drops.
Yeah, so the thing is, in this position as the Terran, it is kind of hard to know what the Zerg is doing, but it's really easy for the Zerg to know what the Terran's doing.
Yep. Those Zerglings are very cheap. You can always spread them around.
Yeah.
KJ says that Dark Menace is doing his usual macro build.
Yeah,
And there you go. There are those rocks I talked about. Some people think rocks aren't exciting, but me and Dustin Browder know better.
I kind of like the new Zerg destructible rock thing.
Oh, the infested rocks, the ones
Yeah.
that go down in health gradually throughout the game
Yeah.
unless you put creep next to them.
Oh, I didn't know that if you put creep next to them,
Then they start, they heal up again and eventually stabilize.
Oh, I did not know that. I guess I don't play as Zerg, so I didn't know that mechanic.
And they have, they've got it on one of the new map pools, despite it's been around for a while. They still haven't
Is
released a map that has those healing locations yet.
Right. I think they have it in 2 of the team maps, don't they? Or is it just 1?
They might. I haven't had a lot of luck catching up on things.
Oh.
I've been really trying to get up to co-op level 850. I want to put co-op behind me before it's too far into the new year.
Really?
Well,
Co-op is the one thing that you'll be able to get a game like near instantly still.
Oh, and I do. You better believe me, I do. 4th CC before 4th rep, says KJ. Wow. And yes, very much a macro build out of Nuke. And Spire is almost done on the other side of the map. Bunch of Zerglings and Banelings in production. And just take a moment to appreciate that creep spread. Not just spreading the creep all over the place, but going the extra mile to make sure that there's no rocks in the way either.
Yeah, so one of the things I don't get why Dark Menace didn't mine out these minerals. Against a Terran, the tanks being put down in that little mineral where you can't surround them with Zerglings is so annoying.
Siege tanks, all the way back to the Wings of Liberty days. Terran's the race that gets to really abuse those walls and those that terrain. I'm curious whether there's a Nidus Worm in the future, since we do have that Overseer that's locked down there now.
Maybe. I think that might be to
I
see.
think he's probably just looking, but
Yeah.
let's just stir the pot.
The
The infestation almost ready, and we'll see if Dark Menace has any solitary swarm hosts.
they're expanding right next to each other. A handful of mutas are coming out. I don't know if this is more than a
I don't think he's going to
nuisance amount.
invest too much in them. I think he's going to see what he can get done with them and see if he can get Nuke out of position. Nuke does have 1-1 as far as the upgrades go.
Yeah.
And he is going to, clear out his expansions too.
I feel like this position.
Very good layout of the tanks. He's gonna have to lifts up that command center right away. He's got a pretty good bioforce there too.
The man, I'm worried for Nuke. The even though it looks really even, Dark Menace is getting to the point where he's gonna have the entire map in creep.
Dark Menace is painting the map. Yes.
Yeah.
Happy little creep tumors, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, some happy little tumors here and
I would
there.
really like to see Nuke, instead of trying to take it here, mine out those minerals and take it below.
Yeah. And so far, I don't think he is adding more Mutalisks. I think he really wants to do some of his classic work, hitting up front with the Ling Bane and seeing if he
Well,
can hit somewhere else.
So if he just sends the mutas up that left side of the map, there's two turrets in a main that he'd have to run back to, and then he could bounce. Then that really starts that bounce around. So, but he's getting close to max. The Terran's getting. It hasn't been a slouch. So
Yeah, and he's also having the
I
upgrade.
think he might
as
just
well.
get
All right,
these tanks.
he's gonna try to snipe some siege tanks.
Yeah.
I think the mutas are just kind of there to do some pokes here and there. I don't think he's planning to do too much with them. We do have another Stargate and Starport in production. Oh, he does manage to take out a siege tank. Oh, I'm so disgusted. I am infested. Oh, he does not want to go too far on the creep. Good. Takes advantage of that choke area. Sieging more of the tanks, but those mutas are immediately hopping on top of some of them.
Yeah. The even supply.
Yeah, and he does have a planetary over there. Planetary, keep in mind, has a little less armor than it did before, which affects things more than you might think. Just that one less armor.
Yeah.
2-2 will also having one factory starport armor. I don't know. Right now, the big thing is Dark Menace has been really the only one doing any offensive movements. And here we go. Those Zerglings and Banelings surrounding the Planetary Fortress.
Planetary Fortress is putting in work.
It is putting in work indeed, as well as the minerals helping out too. That's 11 SCVs down. Oh, and those medevacs being left a little bit undefended. Oh, ouch.
I really think he
Needless
needs
now
to take
being
the base on the other side of the mineral wall, and I think
Yeah.
he needs to do it like a couple minutes ago.
I think he needs as much freedom to move around as he can. Yeah, Adrenal
Looks like he's
almost
doing it.
complete now.
He's started to mine it out, so he'll
Right.
have it pretty quick. But
Here you go. Ling Bane getting on top of the enemy forces right now. Very good stutter stuff in there.
yeah,
But he keeps losing more tanks in these altercations.
you know the Terran's bank is no slouch. So even though the Zerg
he's-
can do this over and over again, the Terran's not doing bad.
Terran has 5
he needs to
barracks,
transfer
2 factories,
some-
2 starports.
He needs to transfer some of these workers from there. He goes from his.
Yeah, the Mutalisks, they're on top of things, heading straight over to that new expansion. Marion stem just a little bit early.
Almost gets one. Almost gets another. So annoying. He's gonna get this add-on.
Not just yet. He certainly stands to. Nuke still ahead in the upgrade game.
Nuke's
Got
actually
2-2
quite a bit
for
ahead in
bio,
supply.
0-2 for Vector. Actually, yes. Despite all that damage he took,
Yeah, I wonder
we
what.
got the mutas kind of way there on the east side of the map.
I wonder what. Yeah, he's gonna. How he. Is he larva starved? No, he's got plenty of larva.
I don't know. Dark Menace sure isn't short on hatcheries, that's for sure. Greater Spire being morphed now.
Yeah, I wonder why he's just kind of like intentionally leaving it. He has
Yeah, he
plenty of
might be
larva.
kind of keeping an eye out for like what kind of units he needs to try to spam out.
Yeah, I mean, he like I said, he has 31 larvae right now, so he could remax. He
Look,
could just
at
hold
any
something.
time, any brief opening, and the mutalisks just kind of pop in for just a moment. And we got all those extra command centers going down. We're gonna have quite a bit of orbital energy soon. Ooh, you know what I want? I want to see some of those some of those upgraded supply drops. I want to see some 500 health supply depots.
There are a couple in the main.
Yeah,
3
but I want them
behind.
part of the wall. Yeah, I know.
Oh.
I see some, but I want them to be part of the wall, man. And look at this. This is an official swarm right here.
Yeah. 133
Just
Zerglings and 39
two
Banelings.
two rows of ants heading towards the same hill right now. Nuke is trying to take the gold, but I don't think that's gonna work out too well. He's kind of lacking in splash damage on these lower bursts here. A lot of Banelings detonating.
Well,
Supply
that
drop
was a
quite bit.
decisive fight.
Yeah, right there, GG.
And it went from a super close game to that. Matter of a heartbeat.
StarCraft 2 can be very explosive.
Yeah.
What do you guys think? I didn't think that game was over yet.
No, Nuke
I-
had him. Nuke was, I mean, Derek Menace had him. At the end,
He had
might,
nothing but tanks after that.
Yeah.
So.
The thing is, he didn't have any mining left. Both of his, he'd have to float his, and if I'm not mistaken, he went down to like 30 some odd workers. So, yeah, I think he realized it was going to be a super hard uphill push after that.
That was
You know.
definitely a Masters GM level GG timing. He's like, yeah, this is not working anymore.
Yeah.
And you saw Dark Menace immediately remax after that too.
Yeah, that was the thing is it was when he left the game, the supply was like 106 to 84. So, I mean, just on that
He could have
number,
stayed in there, but it wouldn't have been pretty.
yeah, I
You
think
So that's my take on it.
know, one last thing I noticed there that was interesting. He was stuck there at the corner, ready to be banelinged in. I'm really shocked to be at that corner just to defend a few mutas. You know what I mean?
yeah. You know, the thing is I think he got a little tunneled on it. But the
I
problem with
also think tanks. He needed those. He needed that tank support, and
Uh,
they were all a little bit further west.
so on a human level, I think that Nuke is in trouble if he lets Dark Menace do what Dark Menace wants. I think when you're playing a player who's like I'm gonna say more technically skilled than you have to have a like a laser focus on one thing and beat him in the you know what I mean. You can't Dark Menace can just allow his gameplay to like Dark Menace has a lot of natural skill and he can just let that shine through sometimes.
Yeah,
So
I see what you're saying. I like it, but the only thing is, I felt like his game plan of macroing was great. He was in an awesome
he
spot.
did.
He just
Oh, he
needed
did
like the
fantastic
right,
stuff.
Well,
the right
so here's the
positioning.
I think he could have beaten anyone else in the FSL with how he played that game. It's just you're coming up against Dark Menace, so
He needed to do something to keep Dark Menace occupied. He was very much just waiting for Dark Menace to make his move.
right. And if you're gonna do that, you have to be mech.
Yeah, that's a good point actually. Just
Yeah,
like with the splash damage.
yeah. If there would have
All
been
right,
10 Hellbats and 20 tanks, I
bunch
think.
of Thors, tanks, everything.
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
This game will be different.
Yep, that's the thing. You get those gold minerals straight from the beginning there, and you can start the hatchery just a little bit earlier to get to them.
Yeah.
But in the meantime, in the lower left, we have our light blue Terran, and he is representing the team of
Rages
Raiders.
His opponent, the pink Zerg. He is.
Dark Menace.
And leading with 1 point. He is representing the team of.
Pulled the boys.
One thing here. Yeah, so right now, Pulled the Boys is up 3-0.
Wait,
No, no, it's not.
Deepu's not on. It's
Yep.
Deepu's not
Oh.
on Pull the Boys.
Okay.
Regrets
What is this card I
on.
haven't updated?
Yeah, regrets on the other team. Deepu's in Dark Menace's team.
I thought Regret was on Raiders Raiders.
Yeah, Dark Menace and Deepu are on the same team, and Dark Menace won.
Okay,
the
yeah,
game.
alright. There, that's where I got mixed up. So no, 2-1. Okay. Regret has 2, and Dark Menace has 1. Got it. Alright. I'm up to speed now. Alright, as expected, taking those expansions right away. I think when you're playing bio, you got to be pretty active with it. You got to be doing the drops. You got to be taking advantage of the Terran mobility. I like your point a lot. That kind of the way he was holding out was a lot more of sort of a mech style.
Yeah, his macro was so good.
Oh yeah, he was.
It was really on point. That, like I said, the only losing thing about that is he's playing a guy who's. I can't imagine he's not mid masters right now, and so, yeah, you've got to. You can't just sit back and play unless you're playing a Terran sit back style with the, the
Right.
BS units.
Well, the
Mines.
champion style.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
That they
the
keep
mines,
talking
the
about trying to
tanks,
limit.
yeah. So,
Dark Menace, yeah, he usually doesn't do a lot of the cheesing. He's usually pretty comfortable just building up and building up.
no, he plays the Dark Menace style, which is like the classic Zerg style. Well, he sees what you're doing.
Super
He
macro.
he
keep an
takes
eye
the
on you at
entire
all times.
map, sees what you're doing, and they're like, oh, against this, I can do this. And then just kind of.
Yep. And then at this point, well, I'm going to poke here, poke here. You can't really poke me much because I have creep tumors and overlords in
Yeah.
every single inch of the map, so I'm going to see it coming.
Yeah. I mean, this map has some spots where Terran can really
Yeah,
work
they were
themselves
quite
into a
good.
corner and pound away, but I don't like this map playing against Zerg because it gets wide open for your third and your fourth.
Multiple starports here.
Oh yeah, I like this. I like this a lot.
Yep, and a fusion core. Though I think he's going to try to be disruptive a little bit early on.
Yeah, go BCs. Keep those, because it's hard to tell. This is like what I said is, for a Zerg, it's kind of easy to get scouting information on a lot of maps. It's hard to get scouting information on this map.
Yeah, and BCs, doesn't matter what your overlord spread is. They don't have to bother moving past you.
No, they just, if you can get the 2 BCs built and blink them in without being discovered.
Yeah, and still having enough defense back home.
That he's
Oh,
got
there
to
we
kill
go.
this
There's
overlord.
that- there's
He's
that
got to
super
kill this
supply
overlord.
depot.
He sees it. He's got to kill it.
Destroy.
He sees it.
Destroy.
He's got to kill it. He's got to get it. He's got to get
Kill
it.
it, kill it, kill it, kill it, kill it! For those watching, we're not biased against overlords. We just like their death animation.
No, he knows it's there. He's got to get his Marines south.
Yeah.
Because if this guy comes in and turns around the back and gets a view of that fusion core, this
He
game
does?
could.
Yeah, the starports he's got kind of right in the middle there, but the fusion core is a little bit out there. That's
Well,
quite a few Zerglings that are out destroying the rocks again.
Yeah, the Zerglings can't make it up the ramp. They don't have enough bust.
Nope, not past the super supply depot. Marines
So
actually
Dark
moving
Menace
ahead a little.
didn't sacrifice the Overlord to go see what he was doing, which I was kind of shocked at. Chase him away a little bit. This actually Marine move out makes him think that
and
it's similar.
Look at Dark Menace taking an additional gold over there. So
Yeah,
he's
that's
really
kind of your,
going for the mineral heavy stuff.
as a Zerg. That's kind of like that's one of the reasons I don't like playing
Yeah.
it is because it's kind of free gold. The downside to the gold.
All right,
is
here
that,
we go. There's the tactical jump.
Yep.
Dark Menace already noticing that. And the Marines moving to the front, drawing the...
But he doesn't have anything that shoots up. He's got like he's
but not as
not
many
enough.
as there were at. Poor Crawler does not complete. Ooh. This could
yeah, the Hydralisk Den is
this could do
going up.
something against the unblemished record here.
yeah,
Each
this
tank
could.
not siege mode yet. The SCVs are going out to repair those supply depots.
Drop a new hat. Drop a new hat. You gotta keep
Yeah.
moving.
Give
Got
them both hats.
He knocked. He's not knocked Dark Menace down to 2
Does
base
he have
mining.
his own hat? And he is scanning around too. 2 more battle cruisers just about to pop out, and he does have Yamato.
He's got it. So I know he can't see this, but the place to be would be
Wait, no, he doesn't.
on the ramp. If he can get these on the ramp before the Hydralisks can swarm. Oh, the Hydralisks.
Well, Hydralisks are coming out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought he had Yamato, but he does not. It's just the way the command works
I
right now.
think if 4 BCs get on this,
Yeah, just hop on top of them.
yeah.
One of them does go down,
But for the cost of a
but yeah.
Do we have
Down
a battle
to
report on
2
that?
Hydras. There are a total of no Hydras in play now. Oh man, it hoits. It hoits.
I mean, yeah, this could just. Oh, you
And
gotta
he
keep
is,
fighting things.
He has started researching Yamato now.
Yep. So he might be busted here. There's a bunch of tanks up that hill, though.
Cruiser, operational.
I'd like to see. I hate to say it because I hate this strategy, but he needs to drop a mule to repair. He needs to get a mule over here to repair.
Yeah, he doesn't want to lose any for nothing.
Yeah.
Dark Menace just moving the workers in between, but yeah, he's losing a lot of work. Total of 30 drones left in play to 42 SCVs. Dark Menace kind of trying to figure out what he can do. It's a little, he's not going to be able to do much with a Spire at this point.
No, he just has to kill this. If he kills this right here,
Oh no, not the Hydra down.
I think Nuke
Not
might have
the
done it.
Hydra down.
There
Nuke
aren't
has
enough.
done the impossible.
They have 5 Hydralisks, 5 in production. 10 Hydralisks does not beat this number of BCs.
Yeah.
So he has to rebuild the Hydralisk then.
He does indeed.
Yeah.
Yamato is just about to finish.
I think he's going for the bust. He's sending it full.
That's right. The monster can bleed.
He's
And the thing about
this bust. It's this
tactical
bust
jump.
or nothing. He
Tactical
lowered the
jump
he
is gonna be
lowered the.
close enough. Yeah, he did, but he does have a lot of stuff standing where those were. And he has a decent number of siege tanks on high ground. 2 of the battle cruisers leap back. We're at 76 supply to 42.
I think this is
Go
it.
in. I think that is.
What an upset! 2 base BC.
GG!
GG!
All right. Long look at Nuke's face. He is happy.
Nuke, are they in yet?
Yeah, they are here. They can
Nuke,
hear
that
us.
might be the biggest
Nuke isn't
upset
here.
I've
Nuke
seen
isn't here.
in
Nuke isn't here. Nuke isn't here.
FSL.
Nuke isn't here. He's not in Wish yet. He's in the different one.
Oh, here. Yeah, I need to move them a little higher. Okay, say that again. War Bunnies was saying that was a beautiful upset.
Nuke, that was probably the biggest upset I can remember seeing in FSL. Um, the first game was exactly why you don't take Dark Menace into the late game, where you played really, really well, and you macroed really well, and you got to your bases really well, and Dark Menace had the entire map, and every time you even took favorable fights, but it didn't matter. He just remaxed and came at you from 1,000 different angles, and you're playing. It's like playing a pro. He looks like a younger rogue there. And then in the second game, it's funny how these little decisions change the game. Dark Menace didn't sacrifice his Overlord. If he would have come maybe 5 or 6 pixels to the west on the southern Overlord, he would have seen the um,
The fusion
battle.
core.
Yeah, fusion core. Yep, they would have seen the fusion core, and he could have reacted, but he didn't. And you jumped 2 BCs in, and you jumped the other 2 in before he could come up with a standing defense. And once the second 2 jumped in before the Hydralisks kind of massed, you had it, and that was really well done. So
Yeah, I was really paranoid of Spire going down, which is why I was scanning every base, because I
Yeah.
know once corruptors get out, you're pretty dead. But
yeah, but Spire takes a really
it
long
does. Yeah,
time.
it does take a long time to build.
So if you could, like I said, if he would have been able to hold the first 2 successfully with what he had, the second 2 wouldn't have been able to overwhelm him. He would have been able to put the Spire down. That would have been that. But you did it. That is quite amazing. And Dark Menace, I know you're not one for or many words, but your first game, you did look like if you wanted to, you could play at GM level. You were everywhere. So it was just perfect. So the second game that's StarCraft. You can get caught by those cheesy builds sometimes. So
Yep, that's what makes StarCraft 2 beautiful. The
Yeah.
Well, let's hear from him.
the unrelenting frustration.
Yep.
Yeah.
Let's see what he says.
Uh, that wasn't a question.
how do you feel about these 2 games? We'll go with that.
Well, I think I played pretty bad first game. I took bad fights and my macro was off. Second game, I was like, he might be doing BCs, but I didn't really care. I wanted to take a fourth because I was like, might as well. And then BCs popped up, and I had a bad response. I made Hydra instead of Spire,
Yep.
so I just
What
lost.
kind of what have you noticed much the whole change in the hatchery and queen cost?
I mean,
Curious, like how much it throws people off the higher levels at this point.
I haven't played in a month, so I thought it was just off. I couldn't really tell. I wasn't
Okay.
sure which one it
It
was.
evens out. All right.
You're if that was you playing bad in the first game, I'd like to see you playing good. Your bad fights that you were taking were still even at worst. So, yeah, and your mutas picked off enough that he never was able to get a critical mass. So,
But you know, I gotta give credit to Nuke too. His game 1 plan was really good. Macro, he just needed to not get surrounded, I suppose.
yeah, he needed to not play against Dark Menace, who always seems to surround you no matter what. So, yeah, I think Dark Menace had more to do with that than Nuke's bad play. I think that's a really tough spot to be in. But that second game, do you think your Spire would have made it up in time? Dark Menace?
I had a lot of time with the Hydra, so I think I could have. I had some spores there anyway, so I don't think he would have gone there. But I'm not sure if the corruptors would have been enough anyway.
I was gonna say, not getting any of the BCs on the first wave, with the 2 surviving, that really kind of snowballs normally. So, yeah, you didn't. I don't even think you had any spores up in your bases when he jumped in. So that was a lot of
Killed
damage.
one of them before it was done.
Yeah, and those 2 bases being so close to each other, it's not very far to swing back and forth to knock the stuff out. But
Okay. And here,
Um,
Bunnies, could you leave the previous game so I can start queuing up the next stuff?
Sorry, I was.
All right. Well, nice job, Nuke.
Yeah,
Great plans. Game 1 and 2,
well done, both players. Both games were very well played.
and welcome back to the new patch,
Thank you.
Dark Menace.
Yeah, just GG's. So it was a very good first game, and I think I got a little lucky the second game. So
No, great
and then,
plan. Great plan in game 2.
Are either of you playing in the 2v2?
I better not.
I think I might. We'll see.
I believe Nuke is potentially scheduled.
Wait, don't we
to
have a
play
code
alongside
B?
Wells.
Yeah, we do. I just
Yep,
want to know
it's
if we're
Fenrir
seeing
versus
either of them
Kinfun.
again.
Fenrir, I can't invite to parties, so I don't know if he's
I think Dark Menace is
already
the
in the game.
backup in case Neutrophil is not
Already in
back
the
yet.
party.
Oh, okay.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll see where that goes.
Well,
GG's.
we'll see you again
GG's.
later,
Yeah.
Nuke, and good night, Dark Menace.
All right.
All right, it's 3-1 lead for Rageous Raiders.
That shocks
Yeah.
me. But that was very well done.
Alright.
Yeah, great game plan by Nuke,
All right.
actually. Man, game 1,
It
I
was.
love his game plan. I think he could have won game 1 if he...
That was the map for it too.
Yeah, if he had just kind of like a little bit better engagement, I think he could have pulled it off. He had better upgrades. He had,
He was playing excellently, but
Yeah.
Dark Menace he's a crafty little guy. Like I
Yep.
said, it wasn't he was taking bad engagements as much as Dark Menace was forcing bad engagements. And there's a different, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
He
in game
was-
2, by the way, one
Yeah.
thing you guys may not have noticed is he could have had Yamato right away, and that changes everything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
He just
noticed
forgot it. He
fast.
had the gas. And if two battle cruisers warp in and you're not prepared for it, you pretty much automatically lose a Zerg. Because then, with the Yamato, you Yamato the 2 queens, and that's it. It's just done.
Right.
Right.
That's what like I said, I've never seen
I've-
if you can't kill the first 2 BCs that warp in
Yep.
and the next 2 make it, I've almost never seen the Zerg hold after that.
Yeah, you really
You've
can't.
I
got
believe
to kill
Orc
one of them.
colors have less health now too. So
Right.
one of the few times that really comes into play is Yamato.
And
Oh,
queens
yeah.
are more expensive, so typically
is my
you
camera
can't make
working?
as many queens anymore, right? So
Yeah.
We do
it's a
have
good thing.
Chinpon and Fenrir in the chat though.
Is
Oh,
my camera
nice.
working?
Do we have cameras?
Yeah,
I think they're trying to get them up. And
got the camera set
yeah,
up.
if we could also invite the 2 of you to party too. Fenrir, are you already in the party?
Yeah, I was running practice
No, I
games
need to
with my
invite
camera
you.
in one moment. There, I shouldn't be in a party anymore.
So wait, it's
Okay.
Fenrir versus Chimpon?
Yeah. this
Yeah.
is gonna
Brotherly
go,
matchup. We
under-
haven't seen this in a while.
Yeah.
I've been avoiding
Yeah.
it for good reasons.
Fenrir, how have you been?
Have I been?
Yeah. Have you been playing a
well-
lot? Have you been
No.
No?
Alright.
Yeah, the most recent games of StarCraft I played were today, and I lost both of
Okay.
them.
Oh, my
What do
camera.
you think of the patch?
I don't know. I don't remember which one made the armory cheaper, but I'm thankful for that.
That was a while
the
ago.
patch
you know.
our Captain Revenant Rage was describing it to me while we were playing against each other.
Mhm.
They
Okay.
made the Disruptor unable to kill Marauders, which just strikes me as like
Well,
leaving it
not
purposeless.
one
There's
shot
so many good
anyway.
ways to. Yeah, there's so many good ways to kill Marines, but not a lot of those work nearly
Okay,
as
I
well.
do not know how to get my camera working.
Yeah, they nerfed both balls
They-
and immortals.
Well, they made it so the balls affect a wider area though a little bit. So,
The problem is like the Colossus
Depending-
provides the same diffuse splash damage. The Disruptor was always that concentrated burst to wipe out Roaches and Marauders,
Yeah.
and now it can't do that. Now it's more like I don't know.
It
That's
still
way
kills
too
stalkers because it does quite a bit to to
Yeah.
shields.
and lurkers because they made a point to lower their health.
Yeah,
Oh.
Well,
Well, I'm happy to hear that.
yeah, but it does you do notice it on I've noticed
There
the,
you
mor-
go.
the immortal
camera's
shooting
on.
slower. Really, it really did nerf its DPS. It didn't seem like it would have, but
Alright, we see Champone on camera now. There you go.
Well,
Got
also
some
trying
help
to
there
get that
from
to a-
the blind leading the deaf player, Chumley. We just saw him briefly.
Yep.
And Chienpone, I'm trying to invite you to party, but I'm not getting a response.
I think I've got my
I know,
webcam on.
multiple things at once.
Now Fenrir's camera is off still.
Weird. I use a really old Vito link. Maybe that's why.
Yeah, can you link him so we can put him on? Oh, there you go. He's beginning to hop on now.
Okay.
Oh, I see. The problem is my computer doesn't have a webcam, so I'm running this off a phone, and the phone keeps falling asleep. Yeah, so I don't know if I'm like sideways or upside down or anything. I'm just propped in the corner.
Yeah,
of my
Fenrir looks much older and he sounds much older too.
Yeah.
And Bodies
feel
of Freedom,
old.
you can join lobby.
Yeah. How old are you now, Fenrir?
Oh, it's let me think. I don't remember. Yeah, 16 now, I think.
16, yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
Still doesn't know how to drive.
I know how to drive. I just pulled off an excellent move on the ice. You should have seen it while I was hauling the hay up. Now, I did run into a gate immediately afterward, but I didn't run into it very fast.
You know, that's why you get a farm truck. I want to teach my son to drive on the farm.
And Freedom, can you join lobby?
So the gate just like shook out of the way instead of denting, and that truck has run into one too many deer and has an armored drill on the front to smash them aside, so it didn't take any damage either.
Yeah, learning to drive on a farm truck, especially because you can, maybe you guys can't do it, but up here you can take them out on lakes and learn to put them into panic skids and then pull out of them.
Oh yeah,
Our driveway
take
gets
little
ice
guy
down.
ice fishing.
Yeah, there's not much to hit in the middle of a lake.
Yeah.
All right, you guys both gonna be doing Tyrim?
Oh, this is. What are you planning?
Or is Chienpone doing random? I don't think he's got a plan. I think he just wants to be an instrument of chaos. What
Yeah,
do you
like
think,
I said,
Chienpone?
you don't need to win. You just need to make your opponent feel unhappy about the game.
You just gotta get them annoyed to the point where they leave.
Yeah?
And then uninstall afterwards, yes.
Actually, you don't gotta
Well,
win.
if
You
you
gotta
gotta
have fun.
install afterwards, you know, we're gonna have to wait for me to reinstall the game before the second match, which could be a delaying tactic.
Actually, you don't gotta
Possibly.
win. You gotta have fun.
Yeah, that's what we're here for. Fun.
It's not whether you win or lose, it's how you ruin the game.
Okay.
Alright. So I'm gonna get you guys into your own chest. We are gonna be starting on Golden Aura. This is gonna be code B.
Oh dear, seems my camera's malfunctioning again.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think that cellular camera is gonna cooperate very much, but we will see. Well, StarCraft is rough on friendships, but thankfully family is forever. So, if anything, it only makes them stronger.
Yeah, so looking at Fenrir's history, he's played a handful of games, but the last time he played was 3 months ago, before today, anything that wasn't a custom arcade map.
Well, there you go.
So, I don't know how to judge. How do you think this one's gonna go?
I think Chienpone's probably got this, especially if he rushes. Granted, Fenrir does seem to be having a lot of fun flipping that phone camera upside down left and right. In the upper left, we have the Green Terran here.
Fenrir.
And he is playing for
Rages Raiders.
his opponent, the Red Protoss. He is
Chienpone.
and he is playing on the team of
Pulled the Boys.
Alright, so here we go. Brother against brother.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
did Chimpone play random or did he pick?
He's random,
Oh.
and he ended up with Protoss. So I think he wanted to give his brother a little bit more of a shake. But the way Chimpone plays, which tends to be fairly aggressive right at the beginning, I think random kind of gives him a little bit more to work with, if anything.
I think that I don't think he needed to do anything special. I think he's even though he's a younger brother, I think he's generally a little bit more together with his builds than Fenrir. So
Yeah. I mean, they fool around a bit. Their team was called, I believe, Those Two Jokers. So
yeah,
they'll have fun, win or lose. And I
That's
know the
what we're
whole
here for.
family's in on it too. So, exactly. We are going for a fun Star League here. It is kind of interesting. Fenrir making the additional supply depot not well enough. However, his opponent getting a proxy up straight off.
Yep. Wait,
And
he screwed up.
researching air weapons.
Yep, he screwed up. That's supposed to be
I think that was meant to be warp in.
Warp Gate. Yep. Yep, he that's
Well,
definitely supposed to be Warp Gate.
We're gonna have to take
Is
close
that two
on,
pylons there? What am I looking at?
the next level build. Oh no, it is a Stargate. So I guess
Okay.
I guess he is indeed going for air weapons or adjusting to that. Let's find out.
Yeah. Oh, it's shield battery.
Shield batteries. Now keep in mind, shield batteries, if they're not close enough to a nexus, they warp in with half energy.
Yeah.
But still, they can do their job, especially if there's a bunch of them.
This is cheeky. You think it's Void
Yeah.
Rays? It's got to be Void Rays.
Yeah, gotta be. I mean, and definitely not close enough to a nexus to do anything that involves energy overcharge. So.
Yeah, Void Ray.
Alrighty. Well, the attack upgrade for air is 2/3 of the way done.
Has Fenrir even figured out what race Chimpone is?
Let's see.
He's about to find out right now.
Fenrir is just about to, yes.
And these might actually kill quite a few workers.
Actually,
He's
I
not
think they will.
responding.
That stalker has to even go the long way around his own buildings.
Yeah, go fight. Use your stalker. Use your
I'll
stalker.
harm you. I'll harm you. I'll give you such a pinch.
Yeah.
There you go. So they're both kind of in the condition where the majority of their armies are on the opposite side of the map right now. One Reaper has gone down.
Yeah.
And we have another Void Ray going out. There is enough energy to do an overchart, a chrono boost or two.
Yeah.
So if he can take advantage of that, that could really benefit. Yeah, there we go. He has chrono boost in the Stargate.
I think this is enough guys with guns though. I don't think this
Might
is gonna.
be. It depends what happens. Well, only 3 of them actually shoot up, but there are more on the way. That's the thing that Fenrir has going for him. Now, if he's able to kill the Marines
As they
come
spawn.
out, yeah, exactly. If he can camp reduction here, he's going to
Well,
be
there
just fine.
was all of these guys were a little bit further away.
And there is no stim pack just yet.
He's got to pull the
Another
injured one
Void Ray
away.
is on the way. Yeah.
Oh, he gets it away with how many hit points?
Must reach battery. And here's where things can get very
Oh
rough.
man, I think he's done it.
Yeah, he can from here he can probably just camp reduction and that's all. And he can
Yeah.
just go back and meet it to recharge.
Yep, I think this is it.
Ooh, missile turret going down.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
I know it doesn't, but I like to point that out. One canceled, second one canceled, another Marine dies.
Yeah,
And
you
this
can just
is,
camp production.
Yep. This is how it's played, whether you like it or not. This is StarCraft.
This is peak StarCraft. This is exactly how God intended it to be played.
Oh, and he is using the prismatic alignment too to get those barracks out of the way faster.
You know what's weird is Fenrir's two Reapers earlier in the game stopped Chimpone from mining from one of his gases. So this is
Well.
single gas void ray production, which I've never seen.
Sometimes that's what it takes. Keep in mind, this is Code Beasts. This is our lower level players.
Yep.
So expect some mistakes you don't usually see in the GSL.
These guys are both GSL level. I'm pretty sure Fenrir could take on Maru right now.
I would love to see Maru's reaction to this build. And keep in mind, by the way, we are setting up more pros against Joe's matches, and Fenrir and Shinko are among the volunteers. So I would love to see that build.
Yeah.
All right. There goes the first map. Second one is going to be Ghost River.
So, which brother's on which team?
It's 3-2
one
now.
of them's on one team and one of them's on the other.
3-2. Rage's Raiders up 3-2 versus Pull the Boys.
Okay, so
Fenrir is
Chimpone's
on
on
Rage's
Pull the Boys.
Raiders. Yes,
Chimpones
correct.
and Pull the Boys.
Yep.
Fenrir says he's not in top form today, but I don't know. Anyone can
That's
go
a
down
tough
bad
build to
and get
hold.
caught.
He needed to have all the Marines in the gathered together to chase away the first two. That's another time where if you can chase away the first wave, the Void Rays can't really do much. But if you get the first wave to kill the first group of Marines and you can camp production, it gets really tough.
You get the Marines there. If you have a Cyclone, that can be nice too, as long as you keep it out of range long enough.
Yeah, the Cyclone needs Tech Lab now, doesn't it?
It does indeed.
Yeah, so...
But you end up doing that instead of a Siege Tank if you figure out what's going on soon enough.
Yeah.
It's Cyclone, it's just so hilarious. They keep trying out new things with it, and in the end it always ends up back more or less the way it was when Legacy of the Void released. I think Chienpon's singing along to something.
You are watching.
Whatever it is, he's hyped.
This is an interesting map for these two.
Indeed.
Oops.
Alright. In the upper left, we have the green Terran. He is
Fenrir.
accidentally picked
Hey,
Terran.
hey. Do we want to remake?
Raiders.
I mean, if they ask for it.
Do you want to
I
ask?
don't think he minds, since he was choosing random before. All right, the red.
Okay.
Terran, he is. And he represents the team of.
Chin.
You see, I don't put too much stock into them choosing incorrectly if their choice before was random.
I get that.
It's like, yeah, well, I think they're really just chatting about it. They haven't asked to change, and we're a little ways in now, so... I think as far as they're concerned, I don't think they care.
Okay. I was like, normally if you make with the wrong race, we offer redos.
Yeah.
But apparently not for Chimpone, so...
No, Chienpone gets no love from us. You know, if you do a proxy Void Ray rush,
then we automatically award you the second game victory, and also prize money.
I believe Terran is actually Chienpone's main. He wanted to try to give Fenrir a little bit more opportunity by choosing random, so he might or might not be Terran. And then he ended up accidentally choosing Terran, which means he might, but is Terran.
And he's also looks like I messed that up.
I don't know.
Actually, the first game they played, Chimpone was actually Protoss.
Yes.
Yeah.
Back
yeah,
in
he
the day.
goes random.
Yeah, now
He was a Protoss. He's been practicing with Terran.
It was when they'd team up that they were usually both Terran. That's right.
Yeah.
Those two jokers. Yeah, I don't know, but
he's is my Protoss brain just wrong, or is he missing a supply depot? Chimpone.
He is.
Okay.
Yeah, it depends. I mean, sometimes you do a command center or a factory before the next supply
He-
depot. But yeah,
he's-
he's gonna be.
He's got
He's
like
gonna be
1,000
supply
minerals,
capped,
so
essentially.
there's.
Oh, look at that! Bounces the other Reaper away, but they both go their separate directions. Shinpon's Reaper is still being chased. I think that Reaper's going down. Boing.
Yeah. So yeah, like Chimpon's build order isn't as sharp as he normally is.
No, I don't think it is. However, triple barracks, there's nothing wrong with that. But yes, he could really use a supply depot right now.
Yeah, and he's also down workers and
These Reapers could potentially do a lot like what those Void Rays did before. They could potentially just go there and start taking out Marines as they spawn.
he could F2 at them. F2 at them.
Hey!
You have the 2 Marines.
Ooh.
What are your Marines?
Being a little too fancy here.
There you go.
Yeah. Fenrir does break one of the Reapers away. Allows them to start regenerating in just a moment anyway. They kind of flash me when they
Man,
start healing.
is this game over?
It might be. We're just gonna have to see here.
I mean,
You should be able to snipe that wounded one. Yep, there we go.
but is
And
this
then,
not game-ending damage?
I do not know. It really depends what they do next.
Not when you have 1,000 minerals.
Yeah, I guess.
They both have
But that did get
well
8.
over 1,000.
That he's got an 8 worker advantage now, and approaching double supply.
Starport is going down now. At
He's
one
he's
HP
got
moment.
he's got 2. Fenrir's got 2. Not armories.
And I gotta say, this whole family is a very chatty one when it comes to StarCraft.
Yeah, why not?
Even more so when they're hanging out with each other. Yeah.
He's got
no,
two
I'm not criticizing, just observing.
He's got 2 engineering. Fenrir's got 2 engineering bays going for 1/1 upgrades.
Yep.
He's got 3/1/1 right now, whereas
Yeah. Now,
Gempon's
if
got
Fenrir
just
had a
3.
factory and had a siege tank on the way, I'd be a little bit more confident.
Is Stim done for both of them?
Dim is only done for Qianping.
Yeah, so
And Fenrir is not actually researching STEM. He's almost done with combat shields, no? Alright.
So this should go super good for Chimpone, right? Look at that
I don't know
pullback.
about super good, but good enough. Yeah,
Well,
not
I mean,
bad.
it's Stim versus no Stim.
We're losing SCV. He hasn't stimmed yet, though.
Yeah, he did Stim once.
Oh, he did? Okay.
Yeah.
Sometimes I don't hear the whole "that's the stuff" line. Units.
He needs
So Fenrir
he
has
needs
a
some
tank out.
medevacs, and that to get medevacs, he needs a whole supply tree of
A
whole tech
factory and
tree.
then a starport.
Yeah,
He does have a factory started now, so he's heading in the right direction there.
yeah.
And down goes the unbuildable
Plates.
plates. Or, yeah.
He's still down 6 workers.
So this could be a very interesting match. And it
Yeah,
continues to be.
Chimpone's really kind of clawed his way back to near even.
Yeah, he's definitely got the Marines for it. Probably needs to research combat shields. Oh no, he does have combat
No,
shields.
he's fully
He does,
upgraded. He's
yeah.
got everything.
Right, that's why he's moving on to concussive shells. And Fenrir is getting a drop ready.
He's got a tank, a
Possibly with
marauder,
the
and
second one as
2
well.
marines. And his,
It's a recipe for disaster.
I don't see.
Chimpone,
Chimpone needs to
meanwhile,
go
he hasn't started an add-on for the factory or
the starport.
started the starport yet.
It's weird how he kind of like he's like, oh, I suspect a drop. I love that little.
Yeah, they know each other pretty well.
Yeah. So
But I think
there's
I
a
think when
there's an
Team Phone,
add-on, but there's still no starport. And 1,000 not barracks, supply depots were queued up.
yeah, there's a lot being done at once there. When Chienpon does play Terran, he usually just goes all out with an early bio push, if not straight up rush.
Yeah, there's the first eBay for Chimpone, with the second one right behind it. But I think he's gonna have 2-2 before he has 1-1. So
And Chienpon does have a tank pretty close to completion as well. Yeah, this is how we see it a lot of the time in these Code B matches, where, yes, both have stim. Where
No,
a lot
no.
of the time...
Fenrir doesn't have stim.
no, Fenrir never got it.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Got combat shields.
Yeah, he
Okay,
went
well,
combat
there-
shields, no stem.
But yes, a lot of the time
Starport?
the players will kind of leave
Starport!
themselves alone after the initial clashes.
Yeah, Chimpone's only down 2 workers now.
Yeah. Yeah,
And
Fenrir's
there's a little
given him
droppy
lot.
drop headed this way. And again,
Or not really moving just yet. A lot of scans, okay.
yeah.
Come on, I want to see some super supply depots.
I don't think you're going to see any super supply depots from Chimpone.
Aww.
I think with this group right here, he's going to go to like 180 supply.
And yeah, Fenrir at 1-1, and
160.
also +1 for Nak.
Yeah. I'd like to see
Ooh,
something
and
on this
Fenrir
factory.
taking a hidden base way out there.
Yeah, Chimpone's got an infinite supply of money. I'd like to see some more production for such structures and some more. Yep, there's
Yeah.
one. That's a good start.
Yeah, he is expanding.
Yep.
And yes, Matheson is Big Brother. He knows all, he sees all.
So, the upgrades for Fenrir, I think, are really going to shine through when it comes time to.
Yeah, I'm curious how much supply they're gonna go up to before one of them like makes a full move out.
200.
Yeah, I mean, wouldn't be the first time, right?
Yeah. Both of their money is creeping up a little bit. I'd like to see more production for structures.
Right.
As a Terran, I know that that's one of the hard things.
You can never have too many barracks or too many orbitals, actually.
Yeah. It's like Zerg. Just build a couple extra orbitals.
Yeah,
No one's ever like,
just keep 'em
man,
coming.
I wish I had
Yeah.
less mules and scans.
And better than Zerg, you can still float them out if you decide that they're taking up too much space.
Yeah. I hate having scans and mules. They're terrible.
And supply drops.
Oh yeah. Although if you build enough of them, supply drops become pretty useless.
Not anymore. Now they have more health.
Ah, that's true. I guess you could.
I want to have.
so
I want to have
Chimpone
some match. Yep.
is going to have a big advantage by not having the sneaker base. His SCVs will be able to just walk over and transfer.
Right. And it's to be easier to defend too.
Yeah.
That's a
Although
long trek down the west side of the map.
I don't think it's going to be found. To be honest, at this level, I think that's
Probably not.
the game's going to be over before that base is found. You know what's weird is both.
Fenrir could use a supply drop right now.
Yeah, he could.
Come on. Extra health, man.
He already did it to one.
Yeah.
And he's just sitting in the supply block. I don't see
Genphone
any.
hasn't upgraded.
I don't think I see any. Oh, there they are. Now he's realized he's supply blocked, so he's dropping a bunch of supply depots.
Yep, there we go.
That's a big ball of Marines.
Yes, it is. With some
And if it
Marauders
wasn't
tanks thrown in.
TVT, I think that would be a really good thing. But there's like a bunch of tanks.
Yeah, we're gonna have to see what he does.
So he's dropping more barracks, which
And
is
Fenrir
good.
supply blocked again. Oh, now he's out of it. Good.
Yeah, he should be finishing.
Yeah,
I think the person who attacks is the one who loses.
well, maybe. It depends what supply they're at by the time they do. All right. We are
Yeah,
taking
but
down some
Chimpone's
rocks
got
now.
this big supply lead right now.
Yep.
Alright, he had it until that popped off. But you can't march Marines into tanks.
Not really. Although, at the very least, this is one of those ones where the natural at least isn't on higher ground. But yeah, you're gonna get a lot. No matter what.
Oh,
Chinpone still supply blocked.
these libs
Fusion core
might
for
do
Fenrir.
work. Although it's weird saying this at this level, even though they're going to do a lot of work, and I think they're a really good play. It might remind Chimpone to go air himself, which would be devastating for.
Yeah, and Fenrir has started Stim Pack along with Drilling Claws.
Yeah. Rarely do you see
Very much
the 2-2 before stem.
Yep, rarely, but like I said, this is StarCraft. This is the way it's played, man. Liberators are on their way. I think Fenrir is going to see if he can get some worker kills. And that's a lot of
think it's
mines,
going to
too.
be. I think it's going to be really good for him. I think he's going to get like 10 worker kills, but I think that might remind Chimpone to make air units.
That air is a thing. Yeah, he does
Yeah.
have some medevacs. Right?
Yeah, he's got a handful of
All
medevacs,
right.
but BC.
See what happens here.
BCs would be really good for him to go with.
Yeah. Well, if you're in these BCs are great if you can take your opponent by surprise, but they're also great in a matchup where your opponent just leaves you alone. And you can actually get to a crazy mass of them.
The Liberator's excellent. I hate when they do that. They sunk up.
They overlapped.
So,
yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna set him up in the main base, and Chimpone's got really
not
nothing
a lot to kill there, but
no, it's almost mined
keep
out.
Chimpone busy. Up to 10 workers down, 11.
Yeah. That just gives him more excuse to build more army.
All right, Stim it to win it, man.
What?
Oh, there are the Vikings we were talking about.
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, I can build these.
Yep.
One lib goes down.
He's got to. Chimpone's got half his workers not working.
And we are very close.
And he only has like 20 workers.
Yeah, still 3 base, 16-minute mark as well for both players.
Yeah.
All right. I'm curious what's going to happen with these mines, because boy, if he has them in the right place at the right time. But then again, if he doesn't have them burrowed yet, let's see what happens here. Ooh.
Can't. Whoa! Scan! What's this? Scan!
Oh, owie.
Okay. What was that?
What in the? For the record, Fenrir does have those upgrades, so, so they stay hidden.
Where's he going?
And those medevacs working overtime, patching guys up.
Yeah, he stemmed to walk over there.
Chimpone getting vehicle armor. I saw that. All right.
Okay. Well,
he did. He lost some Widow Mines regardless.
Yeah.
Both of them.
I'd like
again,
to see
up to
some tech.
supply.
Someone change tech at least a little.
Yeah.
There's a fusion core for Fenrir.
Yeah, I think that was for the Liberators. I'm not sure.
Yeah, they
But
both
he
have
did not. He did not get the Liberator range upgrade though.
Yeah, but this Marine army can't go into those tanks. He sees them.
Go. Bunch of the mine.
to the left.
Yep. Like, I'm just a step over here.
Yeah.
Alright, both of them basically maxed. So here's where they pretty much have to do something. Alright. Got a lot of explosions going on. Did a good job. He scanned up the hill, killed a couple more Widow Mines. There's quite a few Liberators, although they're not in the zone yet. Yeah, Chienpo's handling this correctly. He's leapfrogging his tanks forward and scanning for vision. He is not just racing those Marines and Marauders straight in. And that Viking can also help give him vision. Not to mention, take care of hefty Liberators.
Yeah, they're both mined out in their main, just kind of limping through the gas. And they both have, like...
I think they're both kind of looking
over
around, trying to figure out what
mineral
upgrades they can
gas in a combination.
Yep,
But not
7,600 to 8,400.
Not much in the way of...
Oh.
Not much in the way of production. Like,
well, they're both just about maxed out again.
Right, but
here we go. We have
a
we have
doom
another
drop?
fact sneaking out. I don't know, just less of a doom drop, more of an intercept drop. I don't know. Let's see what he does with it. Got 4 full medevacs heading down.
You know, there's a
think
tank
he's
in
gonna
the
try to
main.
hook them. Yeah, I think he's gonna try to hook them around the sensor area.
Yeah.
And then meanwhile, Fenrir is sending 1 medevac the opposite way.
There's a lot of production
Alright,
just
here
kinda
we
hanging
go.
out. That tank is going to get
Yeah,
work
like
done.
I said, the tank and the Liberator. But he does get on top of it, he does clean it up. So there's no more
No
defense
real
to be made right now.
response.
No,
He's
I
gonna
think
get a lot of
I think
buildings.
he's paying attention to his own drop.
Yeah.
2 siege tanks are moving in there. Now, what he should probably do is try to just lift up and then move them. Oh,
Just
we're
walk
staying on
around the
board
back
with
and
that
kill
one, too.
everything you can.
Yep. And those
He's killing
Marines,
every one of
It's a lot of SCV death.
Yeah. I don't think this medevac is going to get very far. The SCVs
No,
are being
hands a tricky
killed at the
turn.
third. Chimpone has the ability just to move his Marines down there.
Yeah, so both players are down to 160s, or 150 for Chienphone. Loses a orbital, and orbital. And both of them just kind of trying to figure out what to do.
He could
as
just
majority
box
damage-
select.
Yep,
It's
look at
funny
that.
because
Lifting them up, dropping them on top of the siege tanks. That's a good move.
he's too close to the other.
So
it's weird. Chimpone
interesting
has 30 Marines sitting in his base that he's not using to go. He's too busy
Also,
on the attack.
Chienphone is down
there
in
he goes.
supply, but still kind of winning because he's taking out so much of his production structures and cleans up the drop at home.
Yeah, but he's not mining right now.
No, he is not mining at all. He can lift up one of his orbitals and move it to where he lost.
He
that
doesn't
one, or
really
even
need
better,
to
move it
mine though
somewhere.
for a long time.
No, the two of them have saved up quite a bit. Liberator's moving out. They're going to try to take out those siege tanks.
Yeah.
There we go. He needs to stem. Yeah, there you go. You heard the injection that time.
Yeah.
And this is TBT for you, ladies and gentlemen.
I'd like to see them fly one of their bases away.
I'd like to see them
Why
fly all
is
their bases
Chimpone
away,
making more supply depots?
because he was supply blocked.
No, he's not. He's got
Oh,
200.
not
out of-
anymore. Yeah, okay.
No,
he
no.
was for a little bit.
No, he wasn't.
Wasn't he supply blocked when he lost that orbital?
No.
I don't know. I'd have to look. But yeah, right now Fenrir only has, well, each of them have 1 orbital. But Fenrir
they
has
have
almost
2.
nothing in his main, and he hasn't really been yeah, each of them have 2 orbitals, but
Yeah.
Fenrir has not really rebuilt production lost. That's one of the big things he's behind on.
Yeah. Let's see him taking.
Medevac, Widow
Chimpone's
Mine's
going to
sticking
take a
over there.
base. He doesn't need to take a base. He can float his. He might have forgot that it floats.
They all float. Chienphone starting up on 3-3. And he can if he gets high ground vision, he can siege those tanks and shoot up there.
Fenrir is completely is the only one mining right now.
Yes, he is. He's got that going for him.
Oh, I don't know if this is the play. I don't know if this is the play.
Yeah.
What he needs to do is get the siege tanks. No,
Yes.
no, get the siege tanks there. Yeah,
Siege tanks do high ground vision.
yeah. This counter drop is the play though.
There is. Yep. Well, Fenrir got a lot done with that one medevac from the Marines before.
Yeah. He's got a stem. You got a stem. Oh.
Oh, there's a tank too, which he has to siege. Gotta siege him.
Fenrir's running all the way home.
Oh. He's leaving his tanks there though.
Yeah.
Huh.
This is a game. This is one of the games of all time.
It is.
You know what? That actually helps Fenrir because it makes him move the mind out.
I wish we had more brother versus brother in ESL, honestly, because you know some of those pros do have those brothers that occasionally get interviewed when they're doing like the behind the scenes stuff. And it's always like, yeah, I used to beat him up. I used to beat him up in StarCraft all the time. Then he got motivated. Now he's a pro, and I'm just kind of cheering him on.
I'd like to see some more action from either of the players, but you know, like I said, that drop actually helped Chenpone because it made Chenpone move his orbital.
Yep, he is moving along, heading down south.
And now
we've got
he's mining
a couple
again.
of SPVs down in the south from Fenrir that are just looking around.
I can't imagine this not going 50 minutes.
You know? That's TVT once again.
Oh, that was Fenrir taking the secret, the hot bottom secret base.
Oh yeah, he did have the SPVs going over there.
I thought that was Chenpone moving his orbital.
Now
down there.
imagine if we had the old Heart of the Swarm Ravens, huh?
I
Then
don't know
how
if that
long
would change
it go?
anything.
Might not, but I'd still like to picture it. Get those defense drones out, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, I
Chenpone
think
hasn't. Fenrir has.
Chenpone's
I mean,
kinda
Chenpone
moving
has
in
enough
for
that he
kill
can just
here.
stem in right here.
Yep.
Just go. Stem. You got to stem though, buddy. You got to stem.
Yeah, there you go. There's the stem. Some of them are stuck between the tanks, actually, but it doesn't matter. He's got enough of them. And so many of Fenrir's troops are still up on the high ground. They weren't down with the siege tanks. Here we go. Stems again.
Thanks. I don't even know if he has to actually.
All right, we got Chenpone at double supply now. Going for the power play, and although Fenrir GG's.
Hey, I've got to step away for a second. GG.
All right, I'll try to ask some good questions.
Okay.
Okay, a little bit one-sided the first match, but second time we got a nice long game.
A long game that was still one-sided. I just didn't have the ability to match him in micro or macro.
Well,
I thought if I just
yeah,
survived his early game, I could out-macro him, but
you definitely survived. And Chenpone, we weren't quite sure when you said you didn't mean to pick Terran, whether that meant we should give you the option to restart the game or not, but it seemed like you were happy enough to go ahead.
Yeah, I thought it would set me as random again because I picked random last game, well, the first game.
Yeah, but if you're choosing random, you're probably open to playing as whatever.
Yeah.
So that's why we decided to just let things keep rolling.
And don't worry, Fenrir. I have played many more games than you. You are
Yeah.
better at macro than I am. Fine.
no.
But
I'm in a position to
the games.
determine that.
Yeah, you were in the supply lead for quite a bit of that. Stim pack was very, very late. But aside from that, yeah, you had the right concepts down.
Yeah, I could hear Deepu screaming in my ear, build Reaper before Tech Lab, as I built the Tech Lab first on accident.
Well, we shall
done, and I was
see.
like, well, whatever.
As brothers, do those two matches affect how big your Christmas gifts are going to be?
We don't give Christmas gifts.
Oh.
No, I'm joking.
I was
So
just
there you
gonna
have
say
it.
no, and leave it at that, but I mean,
No, I don't
Alright.
think it will.
Okay. Well, pretty
I'm
straightforward.
just gonna forget it ever happened. That's my
Well,
policy.
fair enough.
Mainly for my dignity, but also, you know, to keep relations good.
Okay. Yeah, sometimes that's the way it goes. We were talking in just a little bit about how some guys, like some of the pro players, occasionally they'll interview one of their brothers who is not pro and who, maybe used to wipe the floor with them constantly when they were first getting into the game, and then the other guy ended up getting way ahead and ended up making it their profession, and other brothers just kind of there in the audience. Yay! You never know.
Well, I never beat Shinbone. There wasn't
mean,
a period
you
when
did.
that was a thing.
In the last season finals. Or
No, I mean, like, there wasn't ever a season where I mopped the floor with you. That season finals was an absolute slugfest. The fact that I won was purely based on luck. It was fun to watch, though, later, looking at the VODs. Those were some chaotic games.
Yep.
I
Well,
was just out of my game then. But that was fun though.
yeah, that last game was it was a very unique one. We definitely saw a lot of variety units, hidden base, a lot of building up.
I thought I was dead because I suck at sieging as Terran. Like, I always lose my siege tanks. But
You
when I was
did
like,
the
you know
right
what?
stuff.
I'm
You were
gonna-
inching them forward the right way, and you were keeping the Marines a little bit out of tank range. So
Yeah.
it was the right idea. All right, so
I've
we're
never-
gonna take a little break while we figure out the 2v2s,
All right.
and we will be seeing everyone shortly.
All right. Good evening.
Fuck, have fun, and thank you for having me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you bet.
It was an interesting game.
StarCraft calling from the void. Young and old gamers deployed. FSL battles in the night. Team League warriors take flight. Terran cell and ready to strike. Surgling swarm under moonlight. Blood our sides, bright as gold. Legend stories, brave and bold. Charge the fields, ready to fight. Masters of the star shining bright. In the game we find our light. High hearts burning through the night. Terran cell and ready to strike. Masters of the star shining bright. In the game we find our light. High hearts burning through the night. Structures rise, defenses fall. Victory sweet, we answer the call. Tactics sharp and plans precise. We face our fate, roll the dice. Intense drumming, the heartbeat sink. Pop pump screaming on the brink. Tension builds with each move. Proving battles we improve. Charge the fields, ready to fight. Masters of the star shining bright. In the game we find our light. High hearts burning through the night. Turn sailor ready to strike. Masters of the star shining bright. In the game we find our light. High hearts burning through the night. High hearts burning through the night. Intense strumming, a heartbeat sink. Pop punk screaming on the brink. Tension builds with each move. Proving battles we improve. Charge the fields, ready to fight. Masters of the star shining bright. In the game we find our light. High hearts burning through the night. Turn sailor ready to strike. Masters of the star shining bright. In the game we find our light. High hearts burning through the night. High hearts burning
All right, we're back.
Oh, hello. I'm just inviting people to party. Bunnies might still be away from his desk for the moment. So we are going to be going to our 2v2s. Party. Is Little Reaper playing?
No.
Ooh.
Okay, who? Alright, so who's the other team? Neutrophil and Dark Menace?
Yes,
Yes.
correct.
Okay. That should be a very interesting match. Alright. I'm messaging War Bunnies. KJ, could you ask a couple questions?
Okay. Let's see. How did you guys come up with the teams tonight? We just had a couple of changes here. It looks like.
I messaged Revenant earlier and was like, if you guys can't put 2 code S's out, I'm down to play.
Yeah.
I would have hated it to be a code B and a code A S against
Yeah.
a code S and an A or something like that. But
Is Revenant Rage around for a chit chat? I think it would be nice to hear from him.
Yeah, he's in our voice.
Need to bring him to stream. Hey, Revenant Rage.
Yeah.
It's
We brought
tied
you on
up, so
stream.
this is an important match.
Oh yeah.
If it stays tied up, we go to the ace match.
And I'm thinking if it does come to the ace, I'll get involved in the ace.
Yeah, we've been having some good ace matches with you, and you've definitely been building up as far as your skills go. Trying to get War Bunnies out of the previous results screen so I can create a new lobby.
Well, what you could do is just leave that one and just
Yeah,
add him
actually.
later if he. You may have to solo cast.
Wouldn't be the first time, and it won't be the last. Actually,
Cast from the stream,
I've been
can't he?
impressing myself quite a bit. My voice has been holding up despite the sore throat. So
Yeah, you can cast from the stream.
I'm ready for the big time.
5 second late, which is fine.
Mm-hmm.
I'll join for a cast then.
Oh, there
Yeah,
you
sure.
go. That'll work.
Alright, let me invite you too. And there's one person who hasn't joined the lobby yet. Okay, escape. Great. Neutrophil back from what?
I was at a track meet.
Oh, awesome. Did you have a chance to shower?
No, I literally just got off the bus.
Oh, what do you run?
I run the one. I just ran the 1000.
Oh, nice. Oh, mid distance. That's rough, man. Mid is the worst.
It's fun. I find it fun.
Yeah, I ran it one time and it was horrible.
What did you focus on?
I was 2 mile, sometimes mile.
Oh, nice.
So Nuke is at UVA, or he was. Or are you still there? What's your deal? You graduated already?
Yeah,
right?
yeah, I am.
Yeah. So, okay, we got Revenant Rage on the camera too. Any other questions, guys?
I'm waiting for one more person to join the lobby.
Who are we waiting for?
I don't know. It only shows
That was
like
me,
4
my bad.
of them
Must have
check
that.
marks. All right, there we go. The mystery is solved. This is going to be Nightscape, the community version. Let me make sure I get everyone with the right teams here. Spectator. Fails and Nuke. So partially this is a rematch from earlier. We do have Nuke and Dark Menace on opposite sides of the lines. But yeah, I don't know. I think everyone's a little tired out. I think we should just get started if that's alright with everyone.
Yeah, let's get into it.
Let's do it. Good luck.
All
Look.
right.
Look.
Have fun. And Nuke and Vale. So yeah, right now, after seeing some brothers take each other on, we get to see some brothers working together. Different kind of vibe. All right. I think we're ready to go. Two Terrans versus one Protoss and one Zerg. I think Vales could actually add some of what Nuke
You
is
are watching
very much that Nuke can get the defenses and attack back, while Vales that's very effective for us. But we shall see. Alright. Whoop. Whoop. Pause. Alright.
Yeah, I think he'll be really important this match. I think that's the one thing that Nuke's been really needing. Is just that little whisper in the ear, like that coaching.
Well, Vales excels at that too.
Yeah.
Alright, we are resuming. Now, in the upper right, we have the Orange Protoss. He is his partner, the Purple Zerg. He is
Dark Menace.
And they are fighting in the name of
Hold the boys.
their opponents, the Blue Terran. He is
Vales.
his partner, the Terran in the light blue. He is
Nuke.
Together, they fight in the name of
Rages Raiders.
Alright, Probe goes into scout, finds things completely walled off. Neutrophil is building close to the Nexus. No one is going for the gold pocket base just yet. And Neutrophil just going ahead, bringing the probe back home. Cybercore up. Both Terrans are going Reapers, so there are going to be two Reapers, generally making nuisances of themselves on the other side of the map before too much longer. Nuke is taking the gold base. Once again, gold bases like that, pretty defensible by ground, but very vulnerable by air, or even through something like Blink. Actually, I'm not quite sure whether Dark Menace shows purple or pink. I guess it's pink. I try to keep up to date on that stuff, but sometimes it clashes a little bit when they choose the Mecha Swarm. The simulants, to be exact. So far, nothing too crazy, but the Reapers are making their way in. They're being mapped by a single stalker and hopping their way up. Dark Menace's Zerglings and Queen tilting around to meet them. The fact they're nice and close together means that even though that one goes down, they will get probably, well, close to complete scout. And there we go. They know what they're up against. Two factories are almost completed. Dark Menace is taking the gold expansion, while Neutrophil is expanding forward.
So what do you think are going to be like the key, kind of the key points of the game? Like, what do you think each team will have to do to really give themselves advantages?
I don't think Vales and Nuke can afford to let Neutrophil and Dark Menace play their game. I think they have to make sure that they're constantly active on the map, and that we don't end up with a full 2/3 of the map covered in creep. And you're gonna see some very good opportunities where people are separating the abilities, where one player is handling the defense for a while the other one builds up or handles harassment. There is a bunker down. SV popped in there, comes out again, ready to repair. With structures, Neutrophil has a Robo and a Twilight Cancel. And a forward. So Neutrophil definitely teching up while he's keeping those stalkers out and about. So as far as the upgrade game goes, Neutrophil definitely seems to be ahead of the crowd. We've got siege tanks on the way, just making sure that they can expand ahead safely. And again, Dark Menace very much prioritizing keeping the pathways to the opponent's base as open as possible. And moving up to his 4th hatchery. I do want to keep an eye on the energy Trojan. I know that Neutrophil has some sentries out that he could potentially boost up a little bit if he wants to. There is a global cooldown on it, so no matter which Nexus you cast it from, all of the Nexus are on cooldown. And Neutrophil keeping a close eye with that observer. We're just seeing a lot of tech and a lot of upgrades going forward. Stim Pack moving along for both the Terrans. And I think Neutrophil is going to aim to hit before that completes. I think very much Neutrophil has taken the role of trying to keep his opponent occupied and slowed down while his teammate builds up. That Spire getting close to completion. And we have a Warp Prism on the way. Looks like it's heading towards the gold base. Templar Archive's almost done. Medevac get loaded up and sent out. They do, I believe, get spotted by the Overlord. And we're going to have a warp in over on the enemy base, right in the gold. Adepts start attacking, nothing else there to defend. We have quite a few SCVs running for their lives, but meanwhile, Vale's getting ready for drop of his own, but has to turn it around as the... Okay. One Adept goes down, other one does get rescued. We have quite a bit of Zerg moving up to the enemy side. Right now, there's quite a few Marines who are away from the front lines right now to defend this expansion. The team of Neutrophil and Dark Menace choose to back away again, and they are definitely ahead as far as expansion. Here we go, trying for another warp in. Adept hops down, kills an SCV, delays one of the missile turrets, the other one completes, and we have the boys getting pulled right here, taking out the Adepts. Mutas are on their way to the gold right now. And the Terrans moving ahead. That's a lot of turrets going up around the gold. They do not want to have to go back and worry about that. That includes the complete one that has now gone down. Alright. A lot of Marines and siege tanks moving up to the enemy's doorstep. Dark Menace and Neutrophil are repositioning, trying to get ready. War Bunnies will be joining me again after this map. Tanks are sieging, the Marines doing their best to defend. We have sentries helping reduce the damage. Archon goes down.
I gotta say, I don't think that fight went as poorly for the Terrans as it could have, but I think they tried to siege the tanks a little too far forward.
Yeah, and they did lose all the tanks, and they're about to lose the last of the medevacs too. This is going to be time to see how hard their opponent can hit back. We got Protoss on top of that Terran base. And this is where a lot of the damage can be done. They take that command center out when the team of Veils and Nuke are already behind the expansions. Marines are moving out. There are more warpins going on. And there's Banelings in the crowd too. They're going to want to try to stay close to where the siege tanks can cover them right here. Force field's going down, but the siege tank is flipping over them. That reduced the movement of the Marines. They still managed to take advantage of that a bit, but I think the force is just a little bit overwhelming here. A lot of Zerglings doing damage, Banelings heading straight over the workers, and boom. And we have the GG. Still in Dark Menace and taking that was done ahead 9-1.
Okay, so if you guys wanna hear something funny about that,
yeah,
of course I can hear their chat. Right, they're like, "You don't have Storm? What the heck is wrong with you?" And they're like, "Well, we're just gonna have to try what we can." So
oh, brothers.
I've
no,
never
on that
seen
final
Dark...
attack. Yeah, on that
Yeah,
final
I've never
attack.
seen Dark Menace that exuberant during a game. He's really kind of hyped.
He's making fun of his brother for being broke and not having Storm on that big push. So they were like,
Yeah.
"Oh no."
That's like the icing on the cake, being able to criticize your brother on top of winning.
Yeah, I was gonna say his smile is much happier than when he won Code S a bunch of times. Looks way happier.
Yeah, he's just making fun of Neutrophil being out of shape. So.
College boy.
Yeah. So what's the map score now?
Alright, I'm showing on the screen. The map score so far is 4-3.
So, do we know if Neutrophil Little Reaper
Phil and Darkman.
Yes, the bigger Little Reaper
just
end up holding this for the 2-0.
Then I believe Pull the Boys takes it, right?
Right. If Veils and Nuke can come back, do we have an ace?
Yes, sir.
All right, both teams say they're ready. Let's do this.
How did by the way, I had to step away. How did Veils end up on
He's a mercenary, and basically both teams agreed that even though there are other people who could play 2v2, that they want to keep it, Code S versus Code S.
You are watching.
So, we haven't really ironed that stuff out. Both teams were alright with that, so we're like, okay, what the hell?
This makes a most intriguing matchup.
Absolutely. So, in this matchup, in the lower right, we have the red Terran he is.
Nuke.
His teammate, the Terran in the blue. He is known as
Veils.
Together, they are
Rages, Raiders.
their opponents. The pink Zerg he is.
Dark Menace.
His teammates, still dominant without story. He is
Neutrophil.
Together, they are representing
Pulled the boys.
Oh boy, it's when I do that sportscaster voice that my throat really feels up. Anyway, very different map here. Lot less of one straight path. There's different routes they can take, a bit more wide open, and you don't have the same opportunity to take goals. Although definitely some rich Vespin.
I like this map. The wrist Vespin are like ridiculously far out.
Yeah.
If you've taken those, you've won the game.
It's not like they're in a pocket base. Right.
No. That's
Well, either you've won the game or you're being particularly sneaky.
yeah,
But even
I guess.
that, I mean, they're along the beaten path too.
Right. I mean, I've played hundreds of games on this map. I've never seen anyone who wasn't I have won the game level.
Like, while I'm at it, you know what I don't have? I don't have any rich game.
Well, no.
Don't mind if I do.
So,
hey guys,
yeah.
you know what? They misread it and look at Neutrophil. He thought there was a proxy rack, but they actually went CC first.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, you put a cannon up. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought
I was watching the Terrans. I didn't even see that. That's a good catch.
I was watching the gas.
They misread it. They didn't see the the CC. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I don't think that'll take too much of an effect, but yes, in order to get a cannon, you got to have the forge at already.
No, it's a huge effect. Neutrophil
Yeah.
doesn't have his base up on time. He's got He's got a zealot, which is the thing you want the least, and he doesn't have any
It'd
tech.
be even longer before he can research Storm.
Yeah.
Well, he has no tech structure at all.
It's huge.
Yeah, that.
So that was. I don't think that was even intentional takeout, was it?
No, they went very early C3.
No, like the Terran's build was normal.
Yeah.
Right.
Was it? I thought they had the CC.
I think it was just kind of an odd direction the SCV was going.
No. When they went up, they didn't see the racks. So
Right.
It was the
Oh,
CC
okay,
first. So that's what it is. I
Yeah,
just heard.
and I think on top of that, we've had so many times where after a definitive win, your opponent ends up trying to mix things up by just going absolutely cheating, especially as it gets later at night.
Yeah.
I find the later it gets, the cheesier it gets.
Talking about cheesy, I'm kind of curious what Nuke's up to.
Tells his double star boots.
Yeah, I think we
He's
know
got
what
tech
that is.
left, too. Well, yeah, he does have the fusion core, just starting on it now.
I thought Nuke was double starport.
Is it Nuke? Let's see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yes, it is Nuke. Wow.
Vales is. I was like, I don't even see a starport for Vale.
Guys, give me a break. I'm still getting over whatever it is I've got. I don't even know what I've got.
I give you no
But
break.
my daughter has it too.
Oh,
nope.
That's awful.
I know what Nuke's doing. I was talking to him after that upset against Dark Menace, and he was telling me that he'd seen a similar build in a Gumiho map.
So look at Neutrophil is just way behind. You're right with that opening misread.
Yeah.
He's just super duper behind, and
He's also going. He's going Robo, which isn't really something that helps defend you against battle cruisers.
Yeah,
All
but
right.
I don't.
Grab a couple
Against
sockets.
Vales, I think that he might get 2 workers for this. Let's see, 1, 2, and yeah. Yeah, I don't think that that's game-ending damage, and
no, it's not going to change much. Giving half so key. There you go.
Yep. Did he drop one at that time? Oh yeah, he did.
I think he did.
Nuke dropped 2.
Yep. And he is researching Yamato cannon this time.
Yeah.
The,
you know what?
Actual
the Spire. He must have seen something. Oh, yeah, he dropped a Spire right now.
God, what? It's an interesting one because the It's not the upgrade itself is not called Yamato. What you're researching, it's called like weapons retrofit or something like that. Because there was a time in the alpha Days of Wings of Liberty where you could choose between different abilities to give the.
Here's the thing: is these Marines might just be able
Yeah, I
to
hear them in the
limit
background.
to win it.
Yeah, this is well with the siege tanks backing them. Yes, and those Hellions are going to be able to at least keep the Zergers
There's no
off.
battery overcharge.
Ooh.
There's no
Yeah,
banelings.
let's get
There's no
real.
battery overcharge. I don't even think these BCs are going to get here. I mean, here they are, but
Yep, they're going to join the party. I mean, he's got the money on them.
yeah,
But they're over in Dark Menace's main.
yeah, I think this
And
game
we've got to
ended.
give Dark Menace some nasty flashbacks right now.
Yeah, because
Hellions heading straight for workers.
yeah. So, Neutrophil's down to 1 base, and basically all he has is workers.
Two more battle cruisers and Yamato about to complete.
Yeah, Vales is just going to stream across the map. He might get cleaned up here. And then, yeah, he turns around.
Might be, but I think he'll be happy enough anyway.
Yeah, but
There's a few supply depot hats.
those are actually pretty fancy. If you look in the back, the fancy blink micro from Neutrophil to get this BC.
You
And
can
not
play
lose a
fancy,
single stock. Oh, lose just 1 stalker right at the end. That was really fancy. We're going to call Neutrophil
that's
parting.
enough to contradict your point. Neutropart.
Neutroparting. But, yeah, the problem is that the Terrans can now do Terran things, and
I mean, it's good that he at least took out a battle cruiser there.
Yeah.
Okay.
But Neutrophil's on 1 base, and now
Dark
he's got,
Menace. Well, one not in base anyway.
yeah, Dark Menace has got a lot of workers, so that's good, but he lost the Spire.
Yeah.
New one is almost completed now. There we go.
Yes. But this is BC... how many BCs?
Battle Bruiser time.
3 BCs.
Right now, there's 3 BCs out, 1 more in production. It's just
Yeah.
about to pop.
The Terrans are going double command center, both of them.
Yeah,
So they're going to go to
full
4
advantage of
base real quick. And yeah, that's going to... Look at all the production buildings going up for the Terran.
And
That's...
there you go. There's Sonic Storm getting started.
So the game they win, they didn't have it. The game, I shouldn't count them out, but the game they're very far behind in.
They're in a precarious place right now with how much.
Yeah.
Dark Menace, of course, expanding like crazy right now.
Yeah, like Dark Menace sees that these guys are expanding. They've got a observer floating about. He's right over Neutrophil. I mean, he's right over Vales' 3rd. So there's a bunch of Banelings headed in, and you know, there's no. Is that enough? Those BCs could just take those Mutalisks.
I think so. Yamato's.
Yamato
Those can
from
follow
across
ya.
the map.
Of course.
What happened to the Baneling run by? I missed it.
He canceled
it
it,
got
and
cleaned up.
then
Oh.
they started going.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Warp
Nuke
Prison,
really,
is it going to be
really-
seen? The Warp
Yep,
Prison
I
was just
think
in
we saw it.
vision. No, yeah, they saw it. They see it. They didn't do anything about it, though.
We wanna
Kind of odd
reposition,
that they
though.
didn't do anything. Oh, they see it now.
Okay, here we
Those
go.
are just zealots.
Might have another
Are
Yamato
those slow
against the Warp.
zealots?
Yep.
No, they
have
because, yeah.
I think the camera moved them while they were on cooldown after they'd already done 1 charge.
Oh, okay. I'm like, that is the least good unit you could warp in there if they're slow zealots. I mean, I guess you could warp in a bunch of centuries.
Yeah,
but,
I was gonna say.
Dark Menace and Neutrophil and other stuff.
Yeah.
We do have Blue Flame making its way across. And
Do you think that Nuke and Vales are giving Neutrophil and Dark Menace too much room to breathe?
I think so. I think
yeah.
I think they at least should have been doing some harassing. high stick auto tracking is a ways along too. That'll give the missile turrets and the planetary some range.
Who's?
But yeah, right now, yeah, Neutrophil's just trying to get some probe production going now.
Yeah.
And meanwhile,
I
Dark
think
Menace.
But yeah, I mean, they're almost
Dark Menace maxed out.
Yeah, but that army doesn't do well against
Mech.
Yeah.
Heavy duty Mech. We got the Thors, we got the Hellions,
Do they have
battle
Blue
cruisers.
Flame? Did anyone
Yes,
see
he
that?
does have blue.
Yeah.
Did anyone else
Yeah,
see?
I saw that too.
Yeah, that I've never seen that before.
Oh.
What did we?
Oh, this might work out because
The
they
Hellbat bugged out.
Blue Flame Blue Flame Hellbats are not the ticket there.
I don't know. There's so many of them though.
I think
and they got the Thors backing them up.
No, I meant the Zerglings
really
are Blue Flame. And yeah, that
and radical jump right into the pocket base.
Yeah.
Instead of getting right off. Oh my god. Oh boy.
But Veils can just stream across the map.
Ooh,
Veils.
there's Sonic Storm for you.
Yeah.
Veils actually, yeah, he's backing up now, but he was walking some of the infantry into there. Battle cruiser doing a lot of cattle moving.
Yeah.
So far, I mean, the big story here is Neutrophil's still pretty much on the back foot. Was able to contribute some damage to the Immortals and Storms, but
I mean,
he
they
just
took
hasn't
really
recovered.
good fights. Like Neutrophil, I mean, Neutrophil stormed Veils really well. So they took about as good of a fight as they could have hoped to take against that. Meaning that they didn't die.
You get the name of the ability, but it speeds up switching between modes.
The smart servos.
Smart servos, yeah. Nuke is using those very efficiently, having to switch between targeting Corruptors and Mutalisks. And we also have
I
Ghosts on
think
the
if
map.
Veils goes not onto the creep, but right into Neutrophil with this big army, I don't see the team holding that. They've got a hand. He can use the new ability to juice up his High Templar.
Potentially, yeah. Yeah, I'm not really sure how to look out for that.
Oh, this surround's gonna get caught by a few straggling
battle cruisers just kind of
yeah
tickling things to death. Here we go.
It's a lot of
softening up everything before it gets there.
Yeah.
And we got those 3 supply ghosts, still more than worth it.
Yeah, I think this game has entered into the no return
Into the
zone.
who do we want to play in the ace match phase, huh?
Yeah. I mean, even with some miraculous fights, it's 5 base.
Yeah, Neutrophil still just against the count.
Yeah, that misread really
this
counts.
is all Dark Menace. Oh, yeah.
Dark Menace is microing his heart out, but it's 2v1 right now.
We got
there we have it.
All right.
So it's the ace.
I don't know, but ace is split.
Aegis Raiders.
All right. PC broken, sure. And, rougher first match, with the tanks going down, and then good luck not being able to answer the counterattack. Second one, once again, managed to get them with those BCs.
KJ pointed out that it was a misread on Neutrophil's part. He built a
forge
in a cannon, and really was late on his base there. But Neutrophil
We were hoping like they might think it was a proxy since I didn't have a. I went CC first again.
I think we
Clearly
did.
did.
Neutrophil, was that what you saw? You saw no barracks, so you thought it was a proxy?
That's exactly what I thought.
Yeah.
Nice.
I didn't think that.
Yeah, he was getting mad at me for thinking that.
Yeah, we were talking about the differences between having brothers against each other and having brothers on the same side. There's still going to be some hostilities either way.
It was a good read, Dark Menace. You maxed out before anybody, but in that second game, the Terrans kind of could Terran as much as they wanted because of the misread. So that first game was a little bit more back and forth.
Yeah.
That
Vales,
wasn't a
does this
question
count?
either.
I have to ask Vales, does this count as laddering?
Oh, definitely.
Okay. Every night, Vales reminds our whole entire team to ladder, so I have to ask.
He reminds every single team in the FSL. He's been kind of, shaking his finger at us with this actual spreadsheet of how many games everyone in the league has been getting in.
It's good to know.
Yeah, I look forward to the weekly post or the bi-weekly post.
It's like, okay, read that, then you read the stock market, and then you're done for the day.
Well, good job, guys. You tied it up, and now we're gonna see Revenant Rage versus who you guys bringing out? Pulled the boys to play Revenant Rage.
Well, he's kind of been sitting in the voice call all day, but it's gonna be Little Reaper.
Okay.
Ooh.
Little Reaper
All right,
gets some act.
that'll
I
be
like
a
it.
fun one. This is gonna be their first matchup ever.
Okay.
Is it? Oh, that'll be good.
I'm going to invite Little Reaper to party. This is going to be on Oceanborn.
Well, good night to those who are headed off that way. Vales, thanks for playing super
For
late.
those about to rest, we salute you.
What time is it for you?
Nearly 4.
Oh. Oh.
But please,
Game
man, this is
o'clock. What a gamer.
It was fun anyway.
Yeah.
GG's.
GG.
It should be a
All
treat
right.
for you guys to cast.
Yeah.
Oh, it is always a treat. Revenant Rage is always a treat. Little Reaper is always a treat. Yeah, on the Discord, we were looking at some pictures of the younger Stormers when they were attending their first events. I wish I was getting involved in pro gaming at that age, but by that point I was already, well, man, I think I'd finally finished up with college after all that time, and I kept going back.
So, Little Reaper, I have to ask you, I just put my son to sleep, and you're 1 hour later than it is here. What time's your regular bedtime?
I don't know.
I don't know.
No one knows.
What time does your school start?
8.
8?
See, you gotta throw people off your build. Every once in a
it's
while, you
Friday.
gotta go for the bedtime rush.
I know it's Friday. That's why obviously it's not a school night. He wouldn't be up this late. I'm just curious if this is much later than he normally stays up.
100%.
So this is his 4 a.m. This is his Vales playing at 4 a.m. So
Yes,
I might
sir.
Well,
stand a
let's hope.
chance.
Let's see if he does as well as Vales at 4 a.m. Bunnies, let's get into the lobby too.
sorry. Let's.
Revenant Rage, you familiar with Little Weeper? Is what it's saying. You familiar with your opponent?
Not particularly, no. And I'm especially not very familiar with this new patch. Due to extenuating circumstance, I haven't gotten to play nearly as much as I've wanted to. Like I went and looked, and for ranked so far this season, I've played 12 whole matches.
Oh well.
All right. Well, energy overcharge is a thing. That's the main thing you need to know.
Yeah, I know. I cry for it.
Hey, Little Reaper, how many games have you played in this patch?
I was just like playing some today. I was mostly playing like off race because like I wanted to level up my Zerg, but like I've been playing some like 5, 6 for pro.
Yeah, I like how many people in the FSL have been at least making sure to keep up with their other races.
Yeah.
Doesn't just teach you what you can do, it teaches you what you can do against your opponents and what you're supposed to be doing. So anyway, I don't know how much longer my voice is gonna keep up, so
Well, it's guaranteed the last match. Good luck, good luck.
this is guaranteed. This is ace time, people.
Excellent.
See you
Let's
soon.
get him.
All right.
So I mean, Little Reaper generally would be favored here, but I can't predict.
Yeah, well, Revenant Rage has definitely been pushing himself, and I think he's definitely benefited from people underestimating him this season too. So we will have to see. This is Protoss versus Protoss, so anything's possible.
Yeah.
In general,
You are watching.
I think one of the big things is just not to get psyched out. You know, if you're to go defensive, fine, but don't go offensive, but keep second guessing yourself.
Little Reaper, I think, is favored because he's aggressive.
Yep. In the upper left, we have our light blue Protoss. He is. And he represents the team up.
Rage's Raider.
His opponent, the red Protoss. He is.
Little Reaper.
And he is here in the ace match, the team up.
Hold the void.
I think against a player like Little Reaper, you gotta have a plan, and you gotta stick to it.
Yeah.
I think I've seen some, you know, I've definitely had some times against Little Reaper where I'm planning to be aggressive, and yet I keep second guessing myself and making sure I'm safe at home. But
I
yeah,
feel
he
like
knows his
keeping the
timings.
pressure on him is the best strategy. He doesn't.
I find he doesn't defend early on as well as he attacks early on, and even
Yeah, I was
just
gonna
having to attack that he isn't expecting.
Even if you don't kill him, if you make him play on the back foot, it's good for you. If you let him get going, his timings are really sharp, and if they're not interrupted, it's like Dark Menace. If you don't do anything to interrupt him, you're gonna have a long day.
Yeah. So the big thing is, you know, make sure you don't leave him alone during those first 5
Revenant
minutes.
Rage, his build is wonked.
Yeah. Yeah, his cyber is quite a bit behind.
And he doesn't have a second. He doesn't have his natural. He doesn't have.
As far as just to answer the chat, we started about 3 hours ago. We started an hour later than usual. There's just been a lot of scheduling stuff to account for this time of year. Little Reaper getting 2 adepts out.
And he was able to block the expansion of Revenant Rage with just this probe being annoying.
Yeah. And
he's
that's
gonna
where Little Reaper is throwing off his opponent's build when it was already maybe a little bit on the.
I like the
on side
Stargate.
foot.
I like Stargate openers are good, much better now because you can juice up your Oracle.
Your Oracle, yep, defensively or offensively. That's the nice thing about the Oracle. What is it, Pulsar beam? What? Man.
Oh!
Down goes a probe. So.
And there's nothing to stop this. Oh no! I think this might be it right here. Revenant Rage is about to get
already with 2 adapts, one-shotting probe after probe.
Yeah.
And making full advantage of that of the minerals and the assimilator.
And look at the target fire. He's ignoring the other adept.
Yeah.
Just shrekking.
He just wants to get that damage in.
Yeah.
It's 11, 12 workers down.
Yeah, and he sees the double Stargate, which you don't have enough gas.
And his opponent's gonna have to adjust his mind in order to get anything out of there.
Yeah.
So right now, Little Reaper very much in charge.
Yeah, Little Reaper's in the catbird seat right here. His Nexus is done before the opponent's Nexus
Before
started.
the opponent starts, but yeah.
He needs a shield battery in his mineral line. Oh, there. Yeah, he's got one in his. He's got the pylon building. Yeah, I think he's fine. Revenant's got nothing building right now. His production is one Nexus.
Yeah, it's on the
2
way,
Void
but
Rays.
not even halfway done.
But
Okay.
and now a probe, so
We've
that's good.
definitely seen not Starport, Stargate. That's the tricky thing. Yeah. It is not normal, but Revenant Rage is punching a little bit above his weight class right now. And
Just
honestly,
200 MMR. It's not a huge
yeah.
difference.
Okay.
I
But
think
double Stargate, especially if you go Oracle, can be pretty effective if it goes without your opponent noticing. But Little Reaper does have it scouted. And here we go.
Oh, look at the block! Look at that pro level block right there.
Not bad.
Yeah. Oh, and he blocks again.
And again.
And he gets one of them. Oh, and they get. And he's gonna kill them.
Across.
Yep.
Yeah, I would have liked to see the Void Rays and the Adepts hitting about the same time. That's where you can actually get something done.
Yeah. The nice cancel, he can send his workers back. And he needs another warping of Stalkers. Those are Adepts. That's not what he needs. Those are Slow Zealots he warped in. The shield battery isn't quite finished, which is going to be a little painful.
Cool. All right. Well, he's going to get some damage done. He's going to want to focus down. He backs off a little. And yeah, he doesn't want to deal with that.
He doesn't know this, but he needed to go right then and there, because the next warping will be Stalkers. Oh, that would be a really big catch if he could get that one. I mean, that would be game-changing damage if he could get the one pylon.
Shield battery, definitely worth its weight there.
The one pylon's powering all his production, so he's got 4 Void Rays. If he could just run in and nuke down that, that has a chance for him to come back.
Anything that makes Artosis cry would be welcome here.
Artosis would definitely cry, but the
shield battery is going down for nothing.
Yeah, the shield. Yeah, the workers.
Void Rays do not do any bonus damage against light units, so it takes them a bit to take down Zealots or even workers, honestly.
Yeah. Revenant Rage had done before that. Revenant Rage had done a really good job in catching up in probes.
He was in a good spot there. Oh, he's got to keep moving though. Got to keep moving. The Zealots are attacking the workers right now.
F2.
Don't overthink it. Just get it done.
Yeah.
That was 15 probes down.
Yeah,
so
the thing is, there isn't enough
there.
at home. These Void Rays could just blitz across the map and go.
That's what they need to do. The supplies are actually very close. The worker supplies, no. But boy, the supplies overall, and a lot of that's in Void Rays right now, so now's the time to hit. Dark Templar
that's still no second pylon powering all these gateways.
Yeah.
So it is possible.
Yeah, if you could depower that, no Dark Templar. 3rd Stargate just completed. Alright, let's see. You're going to want to pay attention to his
let that go.
target
He needs to let
that go.
No, he needs to fight that. He needs to
don't
fight
get
that.
intimidated. Just now or never, dude. Now or never. Prismatic alignment's going. Little Reaper microing his heart out, keeping the. Yeah, the thing is, you wanna try to stay back until prismatic alignment expires. That's the trick.
Yeah, but I think that was good enough for Little Reaper.
Well, the Void Rays are going home, so as long as Little Reaper gets that reprieve, it's all him. And we are going to have some Dark Templar warped in very shortly. No Oracle or Observer out. No Robotics Facility. No Forge.
There's still a world where this this prism flies right into the
Void Rays.
Void Rays.
That would be the kind of world that Revenant Rage wants to live in. Well, let's see. Because the Warp Prism isn't be moving again. Alright, turn around, dude. Ooh, and we do not live in the world that we wanted to.
Yeah.
Let's get some zealots in there too.
Oh,
And you talk
this
about
is one.
Artosis pylons. No more
This-
Stargrain. Yes.
The Artosis pylon works against him.
The Artosis pylon is strong in this battle.
I don't. You know, the thing is, I don't think he's noticed that there's invisible boys.
No, because the zealots were attacking at the same time.
Yeah.
And this is where
He needs.
This is
Yeah.
where the trouble really gets going.
It's over.
He can't get any oracles out.
Yeah.
Still, noble battle.
Yeah. But
35 more probes down.
yeah, but he should be able to stop these pylons from building.
Yeah,
And
he can just keep flashing at them.
yeah. He has to go across the map, and there technically isn't enough to stop this number of void rays across the map, but there will be eventually. And there will never be anything else built from Revenant.
Right.
It was a
Revenant
noble
Rage,
attempt.
among other things, he might need to just go out in the corner and just hide some pylons or something.
Nah, he can't get it out now.
Alright, there's the prismatic alignment
That's
for
some
you.
nice blinky boys.
Yeah, he's getting a lot of destruction going.
Like I said, if he keeps going,
It's like in the Carbot cartoons, where you just see that massive beam that covers the whole universe.
so
Alright, we're in base trade.
well,
territory.
zealots.
Yeah,
This is full base trade.
why not? Yeah, those zealots. I mean, they're
It
gonna
won't be
able
enough
to
though. The base trade.
outrun. Exactly. They need to start building some stuff out and about.
No, there's no probes left for Revenant. This is
Oh, then,
what
well,
you.
no probes mean no structures. So,
Yeah.
and you see, Little Reaper is building another Nexus over in a hidden spot.
Yeah, he like I said, this is. He might get the. If he could go in, he could stop all his production.
This could be one of those rare times that the match ends just based on the win condition of you got no building spell.
It is. This is it.
And no building spell.
GG. Or no GG as they may be because we're eliminated first, but.
All right, that was a match.
Yeah.
Had a lot of fun tonight. I loved it.
Well done, both of you. Revenant, you played very well. Little Reaper is he's a tough opponent if he gets to do what he wants. You actually 1 minute ago, you had a really good chance to kill him. He had the most Artosis of all pylons when you had the two Void Rays swimming across the map. If you would have
both
just
players had Artosis pylons, but the one with the Stargates, the Revenant Rage, was the one that actually went down.
Yeah, he had all his stuff on the one. You could have flown in and killed it, you would have won the game. But you can't. It's easy to know from our caster spot that that's what happened, but.
The Void Rays, there were a couple times where you had enough that you could have just kept pushing on, but Little Reaper was able to scare you away.
Yeah.
So that was a match that was hanging on a razor's edge, not a needle's
Razor's
edge.
edge, yes. Needle's point.
A rage's edge.
Rage's edge, okay. And Little Reaper, very well done. Dark Templars, Zelly boys, as always, very sharp. Yeah. How did you feel playing that?
I felt pretty good.
Yeah, that's
I mean,
good.
like, it's one of the first, like, 1v1 games I've won because I wasn't, like, playing before, so, like, I've started playing more, so, like, it felt good.
Yeah. You did excellently. So.
All right.
Yeah.
So that is the end of our standard season. I know we're kind of figuring out exactly how we're going to be handling
How does the season end?
KJ, would you be able to bring up where we're at as far as the stand-ins?
Yeah,
And
let
thanks
me
both
pull up
Little
the
Reaper
standings real
and
quick for you
Revenant
guys.
Rage for playing. Those are great games.
Yeah, absolutely. I believe along with the league stuff, we're also doing some mini tournaments for the different ranks.
So, in Vale's is cameras on, not mine. Just an FYI.
Yeah, I
don't
know.
if he knows that.
It's for the benefit of ratings.
Oh,
You gotta-
obviously,
you gotta-
it makes sense.
Handsome young man, only just married.
Well, you
so
might as well
sorry,
bring him in
ladies
here. You
can't
guys
get
can
on
discuss the playoffs.
him. Sure.
Yeah. Hey, Vales.
Hey, Vales, we noticed you were still on camera, so we decided to talk to you as well. We're going to the playoffs.
We are.
And I gotta say, buddies, good job. You centered the camera on yourself finally.
You know, it takes a lot for that to happen to me, but sometimes.
All right, I'm
You're
showing
having
the
fun.
standings here for you guys.
Yeah.
Right.
So, how does? You know, it worked out perfectly.
1,
with
2, 3, 4.
Yeah, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4 in the. So
And someone's got to be 0, so here we go.
yeah. So how are we doing the top 4 teams? Or are we doing the bottom 4 teams with the top one getting a bye?
You guys decide. You're the
Yeah,
the
I
group
think
here.
I think we're gonna be spending this weekend figuring that out, checking the list twice, such. But I
Well,
know
who
that
are the who are the teams? How about that?
well, looks like number 1 is Angry Space Heroes. Number 2 is Pull the Boys. In 3rd place is Infinite Cyclists.
Yep.
Rages Raiders in 4th, and Cheesy Nachos, unfortunately, at the bottom.
You know, but Cheesy Nachos played every match really tightly.
Oh yeah, there were a lot of ace matches. So don't let the rankings fool you. This is the combination of a lot of different matches.
Yeah.
But yeah, we need to figure out the format. We need to figure out how we're handling the other little mini tournaments, and then also next week we're hoping to have the Pros and Joes team ups on Tuesday, and then we'll be casting the replays afterwards.
Nice.
So, Nachos is the one that doesn't make the playoffs, or is there a bye thing? What is? Did you guys decide that?
I
Because
don't
you need
think
to
we
let
have any-
the hopeful Nachos wants to
Yeah.
know.
We do not want to leave Nachos waiting.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll figure that out, and we'll get all the captains in on it too.
All right. Well, I'm gonna show the other screen that shows the actual standings and scoring and the playoffs ranking
Yeah.
now. And you guys can kind of peruse that and see what you guys think here.
Yeah.
No longer TBD.
So if you guys are perusing that and you want Nachos to play, it sounds like it's gonna be second Pull the Boys versus Cheesy Nachos, and then Infinite versus Ragers, and then the
Yeah.
first place gets to play the lowest seed.
Yeah. So what it would be Rages Raiders versus Cheesy Nachos for the last spot, and
Yeah.
then Rages Raiders would play Angry Space, or the 4th place team would play, and Pull the Boys would be versus Infinite Cyclists. Do you know what I mean?
So wait, so bye for the playoffs start for
Or we would have to do like the ladder where Cheesy Nachos plays all the way up until they make it. Those would be the 2 ways
It sounds
to do
like
it.
that might be the fairer way, but or they play the top team there, which is really Pull the Boys.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's either yeah, 4 and 5 play 1
Yeah.
after, and then 2 and 3, yeah. Or you do
Oh,
like
that makes
Yeah.
sense. 4 and 5 play 1. You saw what you're saying? So let's
Yeah,
talk about
4
the
and
real
5.
teams because we have the rankings here right now.
Right.
Yeah,
So if 4th and 5th played against each other
Mm-hmm.
for the last spot, then that would make it so that there'd be 4 teams in the playoffs. The other way you can do an odd number is have the 4th plays 5th, winner plays 3rd, winner plays 2nd, winner plays 1st.
And listen to me because I'm on Cheesy Nachos. I feel like
Yeah.
it's not fair for Cheesy Nachos to have a chance to play the lowest seed that's not them and then make the playoffs further, right? It feels like you
Right.
should punish Cheesy Nachos with a tougher team because they're last place. We are last
Right.
place.
Yeah, so that we could do that where it goes 5 plays 2, 3 plays 4.
That's what I'm thinking.
Then 3 plays. Then because there would be 3 teams, then you'd have winners play each other, and Angry Space Hairs. You know what I mean? It would be Angry Space Hairs into the finals.
Yeah, I don't know if that's a good one because then they only play one. I feel like they should play the winner of the next one. So basically, pull the boys.
But that would be so. The problem with that is the math. If 5 plays 2, right, and then 3 plays 4, right, there's 3 teams left. So then you'd either have to do a round robin or you'd have to put another bye in. So that's why.
Well, you did double elimination. Crazy.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you could do
double
that.
Elim? That's interesting.
Yeah, double elim would be playing. It would be playing until
Like
February, but
yeah, we probably would.
that would
we
be
do
fun
kind
though.
of want to keep things moving along too, but you know, I know on the side of things, we're also going to be focusing a little bit more on these pros and Joes stuff too. So
yeah,
we probably have time.
So while we were kind of sorting that out, right? We haven't figured it out, and I'm open to the most fair thing. Tuesday we're trying to do the pros and Joes, and we only need one more person to confirm. Because it sounds like War Bunnies is good, and then we got Instability ready to go, and then Revenant Rage is good to go to play. So we just need Sergeant ABC. Those are the contributing members for that first
Okay, I should be able to reach out to him.
And
yeah,
then
he
we
might
can
even be
confirm.
watching. He was watching earlier.
So if you guys, I don't know which team he's on. If you guys can kind of reach
He's
out.
on our team.
All right, perfect.
Like I said, he was watching earlier, but I don't
There
know
you
if
go.
his kids
Also
probably
around.
got him to bed because it's 11.
Yeah, no worries.
Probably
I need an answer by tomorrow because the pros are trying to schedule it, right? So their schedule is harder to make it work.
Yeah. So, yeah, yeah.
All right.
See.
Well, at least we know what's going on now. We got playoffs. We're just gonna finalize
Yes, and so do
what's
the people
gonna
watching
happen
right now.
And for sure, we're gonna. It sounds like we want a bye for Angry Space Hairs, and then the rest of the playoffs, how it goes, is the one you guys are trying to determine.
A bye or a carrot, one of the two.
Are we going to continue with the playoffs before we do all the little championships? Or what
That's
are
a
we
good
thinking?
question. That's up to you guys.
That's
But we need
another
to.
thing as well, yeah.
figure out.
Yeah, what we could do is every team can give one Codes player and then have the championship, so it'll be shorter, right?
Okay.
Oh
So
yeah.
you get to pick one.
Pick your champion.
Unless there's 2 players there that want to fight for the Codes championship.
They can play each other.
That's
Yeah,
that's a
you
good
know, we can
point.
get some
That's
good
a good
infighting
point. I
going.
like that.
Yeah, we could go with a quicker playoff. I didn't realize that we could do a quicker playoff format, so
Yeah.
that
Yeah, it could be best of ones instead of best of twos.
I like how we're like kind of sorting this out on the fly, but at least we're doing
I
it
know, and
as fair
everyone's
as
watching us
possible.
do it.
yeah.
All right, Twitch
All right,
chat,
guys.
what do you think is fair? All right, I'm gonna take some cough drops.
Yep. Well, good job,
Okay.
guys. What a great
Life of
end
an
to the
FSL
season.
caster is never dull.
Yep, it was
All right.
well played by
Thank you to
everybody.
everyone who's joined us.
Yep. Good night, my friends.
Good night, everybody. See you
Night.
next week. And Tuesday, actually, we have a match on Tuesday.
Yep. I'll see you guys Tuesdays next week.
All
Good
right.
night.
Good night.
StarCraft calling from the void. Young and old gamers deployed. FSL battles in the night. Team League We face our fate, roll the dice. Intense drumming, a heartbeat sync. Pop punk screaming on the brink. Tension builds with each move. Proving battles we improve. Charge the fields, ready to fight. Masters of the stars shining bright. In the game we find our light. High hearts burning through the night. Turn sailor, ready to strike. Masters of the stars shining bright. In the game we find our light. High hearts burning through the night. High hearts burning through the night. Intense strumming, a heartbeat sync. Pop punk screaming on the brink. Tension builds with each move. Proving battles we improve. Charge the fields, ready to fight. Masters of the stars shining bright. In the game we find our light. High hearts burning through the night. Turn sailor, ready to strike. Masters of the stars shining bright. In the game we find our light. High hearts burning through the night. High hearts burning through the night. High hearts through the night.
With you. Mom, he gave us a break on our car insurance and he'll look after you too.
Yep, with flexible payment options.
Okay, but why is Shaq coming too?
To show you how it's done. For a great low rate, go with the General.
With Synchrony Bank, you live,